Hey, yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Hope you can hear me. Howdy doodly doodly. Yo, yo. I swear my AC jumps in the recording room with me. I don't know if my pipe slipped and it's coming back down like all the warm areas. I don't know. I don't know. Welcome to the stream now. Yo, what's going on, Nighty Nights? Long time no see, bro. How you doing, Jamie? You good? Get rocked, bot. Get rocked. Yeah, I don't know if I need to adjust the pipe in my AC, man. That's better now. Hey, boys. Boys. How we doing anyway, though? We're almost there. We're almost there. The weekend's rapidly approaching. I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for it. You good? That's good to hear, dude. That's good to hear. Give me a second, chat. You can change the top. Alright, lads. Alright. Alright then. I think we're going to play some Child of Fantasy today. And we'll do some dailies on WuWa. Later on again, we're going to play some Deadlock. I'm going to get the second channel shared and everything with people on the main channel. Because obviously, we'll be streaming that over there. Keep it separate. Keep it secret. Keep it safe, you know? Give me a second here. Oh yeah, as well, link in both chats to the video we put up a little bit earlier, guys. Check it out, show some love. Once again, appreciate all the love on the videos of recent. You guys have been absolutely killing it. Absolutely killing it. And I very much appreciate it. Okay, that's better now. I think I sorted you. I think the holes had slipped on the back of the AC as well, which is pumping out warm air. Left a lot of Discord servers, even yours, but I'm back. Ah, it's all good, dude. It's all good. Hold a minute. Gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. Audio's coming through all good, though. Yeah, guys? Alright, we're gonna check out a couple of videos. And then we're gonna get into it. I do apologise for being a little bit late today. But I wanted to get some bits and pieces sorted. And then I got distracted watching a video with some crazy bitch. Who's apparently a psychologist, but she's just a psycho, and it was kind of funny, so I ended up watching that. We're gonna play some video games, like I say, a bit of Terra Fantasy, a bit of Wuthering Waves, maybe some Cat Fantasy, and then later some Deadlock. Really enjoying that game, actually. It's really good. I think it's gonna be a game that actually makes me want to play MOBAs. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Again, though, like I say, we're streaming on the second channel and on Twitch as well. So if you haven't already, check out those channels and follow Twitch, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Well, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it, shall we? We ain't gonna mess around today. We're just gonna get at it. We're gonna do this. Check some videos out. Play some games. Have some fun. Where are we? Where are we? My YouTube dashboard's been dodgy. Oh yeah, as well, guys, if you are watching on YouTube, be sure to drop a like on the stream. It's very much appreciated. We'll figure it out. It's triggering me. I think like, because I've got the holes running up my chimney at the minute. I think the holes has slipped. Like warm water is like radiating back off the board, like just making things warmer than they need to be. You not ready for the weekend anyway? What games are you playing at the minute, boys? What are we playing? Hey, what video games what you dabbling with? What's your thing to dabble in at the moment? I think we've got some more. Actually, I need to open Twitter actually because we've got some traversal footage of where is it? Of Doorkeeper. It looks pretty freaking sick actually. It seems as well. My worry about the stamina being a problem. It doesn't seem like it's a problem because it does get zapped off quick, but it seems to recover very fast because that's one thing in this game. When you lose all your stamina, it takes a while for it to come back, but when you seem to do it with their ability, it seems to come back really fast, so that's interesting. Original 3 Time Splitter games. Ooh, classics. Classics, dude. Time Splitters 2 was fire. Absolute fire. Okay, let's have a look. All right, let's check this video out then.
Who would have known?
Let's have a look. Let me get chat up. See what's crack-a-lacking. You showing me some GTA 4 lately. It's such a good story. Yeah, I haven't played GTA for freaking ages. Alright, let's get into it. Another video from Saint Tontas, the best devs in gacha gaming. Guys, if you haven't checked this dude out, you should definitely check him out. He, makes some awesome content, in my opinion. It's good to see him growing. Dude needs more subs. Go show some love. The best devs in gacha gaming. Is he talking about Kuro? He's got to be talking about Kuro. Let's have a look.
Who would have known that with this thumbnail, Mr. Pokey created one of the greatest gacha memes in 2024. It's been used sarcastically.
Dude, I ain't seen this meme, you know. See, this is how I don't dabble enough in the community sometimes. How did I miss this? I think I saw that video as well, actually.
Especially when Kuro's made some minor blunders with their patches and fixes across the game's lifecycle.
That's one thing that I'll say, though, man. In my opinion, for the most part, they have been kind of minor. You know, I'm not saying they're not there, and I'm not saying this game's not got issues, and I'm not saying that we don't have a lot of things, in my opinion, that can be added to the game to improve the game. Not just from quality of life things and fixes and optimization, obviously, for people on mobile, and hopefully it's good on console. But just you know, gameplay elements as well that could make the whole thing a better experience altogether. But I think they've done a really good job. It's been a decent launch. And the one thing I'll say for them, it seems like they're willing, they're trying, and they want to make a better game for us as well, which is always a good thing to see from developers, isn't it?
But it's also been used for many of the positive changes the devs have made. Every
gacha game should release with something like this, in my opinion. If you're going to have a stamina system, have a stamina storage. It should be there. It just should be there right off the bat. Do it.
Motivated by the direct
doesn't need to be added later. Just get it in the game straight away.
Wouldn't be a popular phrase if it wasn't true. And the Wuthering Waves developers do, in fact, listen. And the public reception to them.
Yo, no, thank you very much for the $2 holla, bro. Appreciate ya.
Their listening has been so positive and industry warping that...
Hey, all I'll say is hopefully they listen and actually add in full-on dungeons and maybe even raids and give us some world bosses as well and some overworld stuff. I'd like that. Some overworld bosses, maybe some matchmaking stuff as well.
Other gacha developers, including the biggest one in the business, have been forced to start listening as well. It just took them a couple of years and a bit of pressure. It turns out that healthy competition is
Exactly. This is why I get it. People have their biases and the sunk cost fallacy and all that shit, and people are glazers and shillers. But if you love Genshin Impact, you want Wuthering Waves to be as good as possible. You want it to get to challenge Genshin. I was going to say Natlan then. To challenge Genshin and Hoyo as much as possible, because guess what? You're going to get a better game. That competition just breeds a better space for consumers. And it's like when it comes to consoles, you love to see people, I love to see anyway, grown-ass men arguing about consoles online. But the idea that people don't want competition for their favorite thing is just, dude, your thing is going to get better. It makes the other system do better things. We wouldn't have Game Pass if it wasn't for the PlayStation dominating the console market, you know? And that's good for me because I'll get Game Pass on PC as well. And we're going to get better gacha games because of games like Wuthering Waves and because of games like Azure Premiere coming and Neverness to Everness. It's going to make Hoyoverse step the game up, and everybody's going to step the game up. And this is a good thing for us as the gamers, as the players, as the consumer. We're going to get a better product.
A good thing, despite what some players might say. There's 2 reasons why Genshin Impact has seen more quality of life updates in the past 4 months than they've seen.
And let's not pretend, I know the Genshin analysts be like, nah bro, it's got nothing to do with Wolfenstein. No one cares about that dead game, bro, it sucks. Let's not pretend that it hasn't, you know? That for 4 years, none of these things happened, then all of a sudden, a really good competitor comes out. And then, they're dropping in these little things. They're trying to have quality of life updates. They're doing things that people have been asking for. You know, it's not a coincidence, is it really?
Seen in 4 years of service. Those reasons are called Wuthering Waves and Kuro Games, a game developed with the harshest feedback of its predecessors in mind, and developers who are constantly keeping their finger on the community's pulse to find and fix whatever issues players are having. When Kuro hears a complaint, they fix it, and they don't just do the bare minimum, they go above and beyond.
This is true as well, and it's a transparency as well. I like the transparency from them.
Today
and he just seems like eager to please.
Why this is the case.
An eagerness to please, should I say?
Have kept the player experience top of mind, from Wuthering Waves' development and baseline mechanics, all the way to the massive quality of life updates we've seen since launch. The number and content of these changes is absolutely astonishing, and most important,
dude, I hate seeing Jeji gameplay now because it's like, I failed my 50-50. I really want to get her, but I've got my guarantee, and Shorekeeper's coming in. It's just like, stop doing this to me. Just like, can't you just like, when you make your videos, guys, stop using her. Just like, use Jian and stuff, you know? And characters that I've got, or like Ling Yang, because I don't care about him. So, you know, stop using Jeji in your gameplay.
Actually useful and accessible for the player. As always, if you enjoyed this content, please hit that like and subscribe button. From the ground up, Wuthering Waves was a game designed to limit player frustration. Kuro recognized that a huge portion of their potential player base were coming over from massive titles like Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail, and
to pretend otherwise would have been stupid.
The biggest critiques of those games to heart when designing the systems in Wuthering Waves. When it comes to basic mechanics of an open world like exploration, they streamline the experience significantly, implementing features like unlimited out-of-combat sprinting, vertical wall running, and something that isn't stated enough, near immediate access to all of the essential exploration gadgets.
Yep, and I will say the hover droid is awesome. Obviously, you can use it for the shooting little puzzles, but it is so good for mining. It just instantly destroys materials, and you could do, well, I think at least some of the materials. I don't know about all of them. I haven't used it on all of them, but you can instantly tap away materials that I know of from an incredible range. And it's just like, how is that not a win as well? That's like, you know, it's a great little quality of life thing to add to that as well.
Like the grappling hook, portable teleportation points, and my
on top of mining just being better in this game anyway.
Personal favorite, the loot mapper. By implementing these changes, Kuro simplified progression for players and removed unnecessary bloats from the overworld experience. Convenient travel mechanics aren't locked to a single region or section of the map.
And I believe all of this, in my opinion, is incredibly important in an open world game, and even more so in a gacha game. And the reason I say that, I've said it multiple times, but I'll just say it again because I like to repeat myself, is that with a gacha game, obviously, you've got certain systems for building your characters, for building your roster, for weapons, materials, your gear, whatever it might be. You know, there's daily stuff that you need to do. You need to go farm materials. You know, you need to build up stuff to build your players, to build your characters and such, which means going to specific areas on the map and traveling around to instances usually to get those materials, to do your farming, which obviously most of the time you spend using resonance beacons or teleporters or insert whatever name the game uses to get you around the map. And an open world that is not fun to traverse is incredibly frustrating the more you play the game, because as you're doing your daily stuff, you just want to get in, get your bits and pieces done, and then get to the end game content if you're doing that, or events, or whatever it might be. The open world sometimes can offer a distraction, almost like a negative element to the game, because if getting around that world becomes frustrating and tedious, it makes doing that daily stuff even more cumbersome, even more of a workload. And let's face it, I know you've got your fast travel points, but there's usually some point of travel between, say, your resonance beacon and the objective that you need to do, or the position you need to go. Obviously, you can fast travel to certain instances, or your dailies and such like that. So to have traversal be really smooth, efficient, and not a frustration really helps with the open world game as well. Now, I'm not saying I don't like open world games in gacha games, because I love the world in Wuthering Waves. I'm just saying that you need to make it as fluid and as accessible as possible, because they start to compound over time. And that's one of my biggest problems with Genshin Impact, is traversing the world fucking blows, and then add on your farming, it just becomes such an annoyance. And it's one of the big things that when I log into Genshin, I'm just like, ugh, it's annoying.
Map, and it doesn't feel like you need to pull specific limited characters to have an interesting or enjoyable exploration experience.
Agree.
But Kuro still found ways to improve. Players complained about the clunkiness of certain overworld activities like the shooting challenges and destructible collectibles, citing how switching back and forth between pistol users and their regular teams to 100% the map wasn't a great experience. They acted on this feedback immediately, and in just its second version, Wuthering Waves released a shooter gadget that removed.
Yep, agreed. And like, such a small thing, because for what you play in the game, it's such a small percentage of your playtime doing these initial shooter puzzles, wasn't it? It was a really small part of the game. Well, it was annoying that you're like, right, switch out a character, do it, switch back out of my character kind of thing, and then carry on with what I'm doing. But they just were quick on it, and it's a small quality of life addition that really didn't need much to do it, but it was done rapidly, and it makes a massive difference to the experience when you're actually doing those small things. And then when you layer those up with loads of other quality of life updates, it compounds, and it becomes a bigger thing, doesn't it? It's a snowball effect that just makes the overall experience more enjoyable.
Remove this inconvenience completely. This wasn't something that they had to do. Hoyoverse had clearly demonstrated you could get away with ignoring complaints like these for years, but Kuro decided to respond in weeks. This wasn't something.
Which is smart, because again, I've always said, you got to be first, you got to be better, and you got to be cheaper. Kuro didn't have the benefit of being first. It can't really be, well, it can be cheaper in the gacha system, but they're both free-to-play games. You know, entry is free. So they have to be better. They have to be faster. They have to pivot quicker. They have to reply to people quicker. They have to listen better. And they've showed that they're willing to do that. And obviously, that's making it better for Genshin players as well. So, you know,
had to do.
Thank
Everybody
us.
unlocked Shisha
Thank
for free
Kuro.
in the first 5 minutes of the game, but Kuro wanted to go above and beyond to cater to players. That's why people say the Wuthering Waves devs listened. It's because they do. However, this isn't the only area where the devs did far more than they needed to when implementing quality of life updates. Wave plates, or the daily energy system, was also designed with the player experience top of mind. With a 240 limit and a simple accumulation of 10 per hour, WuWa's energy system was a lot easier to keep track of compared to Genshin's, and also had a much higher cap. While other games launched with a much lower cap on their energy.
One thing I will say, though, is, you know, doing stuff within the game still a little bit pricey. I'd like to see the cost of wave plates come down just a little bit. I would like to see that. You know, I've got to call out stuff when I think about it as well. And one thing I will say also, in regards to Kuro being incredibly generous, transparent, and reactive to the community, let's not pretend that if they were in Hoyo's version, there might not be such, well, so positive in that regards. You know, they understand that they're not the big dog. They're going up against the big dog, so they have to do that. Now, I'm not saying that for definite they wouldn't. I believe there's good people working there. I just do believe that, you know, they understand the position that they're in the market, and they're working to that. And I'm not taking anything away from them. Like, I'm not dogging on them by saying that. I'm just, you know, just putting it out there. Because I think sometimes we do get into a little bit of a glaze session, don't we? And forget that, like, you know, if the roles were reversed, maybe there wouldn't be so much like that. But hey, you never know, there might be.
Energy that was increased in later updates, with Honkai Star Rail taking over 4 months and Genshin Impact taking nearly 4 years, Kuro simply launched Wuthering Waves with the highest energy cap seen in the industry. That's a dev going above and beyond, and that's at the launch of the game. However, that wasn't enough either. Even with this massive energy cap, players wanted more, and Kuro gave it to them. With 1.2, Kuro added the wave
Again, though,
crystal system.
I think every gacha game should launch with a storage system for your stamina. I just think it's something that should be there on launch. And yeah, I respect it, and I'm really appreciative that they've added it in. But I just think it's something that should be there for every gacha game off the bat, as just a little thing to respect your time. So when you're away from the game, you're not missing out on your daily stamina, you know? I don't think that's a hot take, is it really?
Energy system with a cap of 480, and perhaps most importantly, a rate of 1 every 12 minutes. When the baseline rate is 1 every 10 minutes, this is incredibly fast. Other games like HSR,
like 50%,
theirs is 1 every 18 minutes.
I didn't know that.
50%
I thought it was
slower.
I thought it was 1 every 12 on HSR.
Kuro had simply kept the same rate as one of their competitors. Instead, they again decided to go above and beyond when it came to their implementation of a highly required.
See, like, for me, I don't necessarily see it like this in this regard. I'm not, again, I really like Wuthering Waves and I really like Kuro, but I don't necessarily see this as going above and beyond. I see this as understanding the competitors and what people want and reacting because they know the place in the market. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That's great for us as Wuthering Waves players. I just don't necessarily see it as going above and beyond. I see it as kind of doing their job right, really. You know, I think sometimes we expect so little that when a developer does it right, we're like, whoa, what's this, man? You know?
Requested system. Other companies, well, they take highly requested features like a custom artifact molder in Genshin and completely butcher its implementation. It is mind-blowing that Hoyoverse took almost 4 years to add this into the game, and when they do, it's time-gated by almost 1/3 or even more of the calendar year. Enjoy your one customized artifact every 4 to 6 months.
Wow. I didn't know that. Oh my god, dude.
But
see, it's been so long since I played.
This
Holy
was another
shit.
area where Kuro...
See, I'm telling you, man. Genshin players get raw dogged sometimes and just go, thank you, thank you, thank you.
demonstrated an incredible amount of player receptiveness. Echoes were one of the most unique and creative takes on the gear grind in gacha games, with the ability to infinitely farm overworld monsters and the streamlined methods of obtaining critical components of a character's
Still
build
needs some
with
tweaking,
its
in my opinion.
design of the 1, 3, and 4 cost system. Echoes were another big pain point for players, with a large disparity between the availability of echoes and the actual experience and tuners used to level them up. Kuro responded with a diplomatic...
I like the irony of that picture he's just showed there, though, as he's got plenty of tuners and not very much experience materials, which is kind of where we're at now, even more so. I have well over 1,000 materials all the time. I mean, tuners, but I just never seem to have enough experience materials.
Solution to
although at the minute I've got quite a few.
Rather than increasing tacit field rewards and retroactively punishing players who didn't hoard their resources, they instead implemented these rewards across a massive number.
I think that's probably why maybe I'm a little bit salty about that, because I hoarded my solvents and I was hoping that they were kind of going to do what I thought they might do, so I was like, these are going to be really useful for me, and it didn't quite pan out the way I wanted it to be fair.
Of events and activities, equally rewarding all players. But still, people had issues with echoes, and now that people had progressed further into the game, grinding overworld mobs for drops had become a lot less appealing. So they just went ahead and started giving out a massive number of randomized echo drops across every avenue of content.
This is where, though, I still believe shinies should have a main stat option and a substat option. Let us pick a main stat and a substat on shinies, and then that'll you know, up another level.
Repeatable activities like the Elusive Realm, all the way to story events like the Moon Chasing Festival. Kuro takes...
Oh my god, say Tontas, if that's your footage, dude, love your content, you make awesome videos. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Like, what are you I think everybody knows what I'm talking about right here, yeah. What are you doing, dudes? You've made one vital mistake, the most important choice in the game, and you blew it on day one. Disappointed, bro. Disappointed.
Kuro takes feedback and implements it quickly. Oftentimes, all it takes is just one version. This level of response is something that gacha players
They do pivot
aren't
fast, don't
used
they?
to.
They do.
But this is just the way that Kuro does things. By acting on these requests, Kuro in turn fosters a community that doesn't have that same level of toxic positivity other gacha games are notorious.
You can argue that's true, but there's plenty of arguments to say against that as well. I believe there is plenty of toxic people within the Wuthering Waves community. It's just doesn't seem there's so much because Genshin is so big, you know, and there's so many glazers, so it seems like there's way more glazers. Now, there might be levels to it, but, you know, I don't think that's necessarily totally fair, but not untrue at the same time.
For, and that's a very good thing. These are only a few examples of how the devs listen, and how they've been listening for a very long time. There are even smaller updates I could have mentioned as well, but it's important to highlight where Kuro has demonstrated their care for the player base and their enjoyment of the game. Just imagine what the future updates will have. As always, if you enjoyed this content, please hit that like and subscribe button. Peace out.
Alright, great video, man. Great video again. Dude just doesn't seem to miss. I really like his content. Fuck off, malware. Malware bites. Yeah, the best devs in gacha gaming. I can't say that for a fact. I haven't played every gacha game. I've played quite a few, but I haven't played every one, of course, because there are so many. But I would say there's an argument to say they're up there. They do listen. They act quickly. They're quite transparent. They seem to actually genuinely care about the game as well and what people think of the game. Of course, I think a lot of the time most developers do care about the game, but sometimes it seems that publishers don't. And I think it's safe to say that a lot of times they actually don't either. It's a job. It's a product they're putting out, and profit at the end of the day is the most important thing. Now, I'm not naive. Of course, profit is the most important thing for Kuro, and that's not a negative at all. They're running a business, but they actually seem to genuinely care about the product they're putting out and the perception that people take of it, don't they, as well? Which is nice to see. It's nice to see when creating something in the modern age, that the people creating it genuinely care about the thing they're creating. In a world nowadays where lots of our favourite IPs and genres of films and TV shows and games are getting butchered by people that don't care about it for their own reasoning and their own political viewpoints and activism, and insert whatever here, profit, everything, all of the things you can think of. It's nice that we do have some companies, and I'm not just speaking about Kuro, there's plenty out there. There are plenty out there. We just have so many bad ones that we forget there's plenty of good ones that actually care about what they're making. And, you know, this is why, in my opinion, I like to support Wuthering Waves, because I think Kuro are doing good things. And, hey, if Wuthering Waves is not for you, maybe if they do well, the next game might be. And I think at the end of the day, even if it's not, if this game continues to do well and they continue to do the things they're doing, your games are going to get better as well. I think that's a good thing for everybody at the end of the day. So having good actors in the space is good for everybody, because it might even make the not so good actors act better, and that's better for us at the end of the day, isn't it? Yeah, great video, guys. You should check him out. Say Tontas. Go drop him a sub. Go drop a like. Check out his content. He does awesome videos. Awesome videos. It's okay, Pixie. He'll have a chance to rectify his egregious mistake soon enough, right? You know what I'm talking about. I'm purely free to play as well. I haven't spent a dime on him. Yeah, Wuthering Waves. I haven't played any gacha games, so don't interest me. I was the same, dude. Obviously, you know, each to their own. I was the same. Like, people used to talk to me about Genshin Impact, and I was just like, I ain't playing that stuff, man. That's that Gamba weeb game in it. Even though I like anime, I just thought it was like full on, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Pansy weeb kind of game. You know what I mean? And then I played it, and I was like, holy shit, this is actually a good game. You know, it's a good game. I think, obviously, if you like the Zelda games, you'll get something from it in that regard. And then it's a good game with a gacha system around it, and not the best gacha system as well, and they're not very generous with stuff. Well, the game itself is, even if you don't want to spend any money on Genshin, there's still lots of content to have in Genshin totally for free. And I'm pretty sure you'll have a blast with it as well. Most people anyway. Obviously, not everybody. And then I was like, okay, all right. I tried Star Rail and I was like, holy shit, my eyes have been open. Maybe these gacha games are not that bad. Star Rail, great game. Tried Snowbreak, enjoyed it. And then I tried things like Reverse 1999, of course, Wuthering Waves, and now I've tried things like Nikkei, Echo Apocalypse, Reverse 1999, I just said, Limber's Company, Jesus, Cat Fantasy, Terror Fantasy. Like, I've been dabbling in all these different games, and Zenly Zone Zero, and I've been enjoying most of them, I must admit. I've been enjoying most of them, but I can understand that, you know, it's not for everybody. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to pretend that they don't have predatory systems in them. They definitely do. But yo, no, once again, dude, thank you very much for the $2 holler earlier. I do like MMO games. I still play WoW. Well, yeah, like, they're kind of like, really, Wuthering Waves and Genshin are kind of, not exactly, but they're like offline MMOs that take a lot of the stuff that MMOs do in certain ways and add them into a single player experience, you know what I mean? With a gambling system on top. And then you've got Terror Fantasy, which really is an MMO. I'd say it's more of an MMO light, but it's still an MMO. It still most definitely is an MMO. I don't consider them predatory because they're backing it with good content. I suppose it's how you interact with the systems. I think the thing is as well, though, is that you're a level-headed person, aren't you? I definitely do think there is predatory aspects to the systems, and not everybody would be able to stave off that, you know, that FOMO. They do employ a lot of the psychological traits that these sort of things have to get, you know, to get the endorphins going, to get the monkey brain fucking war, you know what I mean? And I don't think that's it's predatory, but at the end of the day, I think humans have to take personal responsibility. I think, you know, there's gambling, there's all different things that want to, everything at the end of the day wants you to spend your money, doesn't it? Everything in daily life wants you to spend the money. That's how the world goes round. It's about having the responsibility, the self-responsibility, and the maturity to say no. And I understand that, like, you know, games cross over lines sometimes because a lot of children play them. But, you know, that's when it's, as an adult, you say, look, you don't get access to anything to pay on these games. And if you do, I'll break your fucking kneecaps. You know? I'm level-headed, who are you, and what have you done with Elliot? All right, then you're fucking tight. Is that better? Nah, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Hey, here's a perfect segue for that conversation. Here is a perfect segue.
Sex appeal.
Oh.
So.
Oh, fuck off, YouTube. Okay, then. We're just having a little bit of a conversation about predatory tactics within the gacha genre. This is a perfect segue into this video. Cat Fantasy's predatory gacha system. Deep dive from Gacha Potato. Let's check the video. I'm going to drop a preemptive sub and a like. And hopefully, we do like. Let's check the content out.
I've played a lot of gacha games, and Cat Fantasy is a great game with beautiful...
It is! Whoa. Okay. All right. Okay. It is it is a good game. I like it. I like it. Of course, not all, I think the thing is sometimes as well, not all gacha games are going to have the polish of Genshin, of Honkai Star Rail, of Wuthering Waves, of, you know, the big dogs in that sense, in terms of, like, really, you know, they feel like PC console kind of games. This game's cool though, man. I like it. It's fucking weird, and as a grown-ass man, it makes me feel a bit off sometimes, but I have no shame, so it doesn't matter. But I really like the combat. It's kind of like Reverse 1999, and it's been fun so far. I've really been enjoying it.
Beautiful assets. But
it
if
does
you
have
have
beautiful
poor
assets.
Impulse control, or you don't have disposable income, this is not the game for you. The gacha system here is designed to get you to spend as much time and money as possible. It is essentially a casino, and the first thing a casino needs to do is get you into the door.
Yep.
To do that, this game employs free, standard marketing strategies. Sex appeal, free stuff, and referrals.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. All of those do apply. Game is a Kuma game. It'll get you gooning for sure.
For sex appeal,
Especially
this
if
is
you
obvious.
like
This
cat
is a game
girls.
about cat girls. All the promotional screenshots have hot cat girls in them. So the first target demographic will be 20 to 40
I
year
have
old
Trish
men
now as
who
well.
really like the cat girls. Bear back in mind, I don't see sex appeal as a negative, okay?
No, definitely
For
not.
free stuff, they are given
Unless you're a Western developer, right? Am I right? You know, and then it's the devil.
out 1,000 summons. I think that could be true, but that's for people who really play the game. An average
I don't know how true that is, but I have had a crap ton of summons already. I even spent a pound a game. I spent £1 on the game as well. So I suppose they got me. But I spent £1. I got 10 summons for that, a bunch of gear, a free SSR, and some other stuff. So in my opinion, I was like, yeah, it's a good deal if you ask me. And I've got probably like 37 of the 40 odd variations of the characters in the game at the minute, which for me, that's pretty good so far for spending £1, you know. And I've played the game for anywhere between, I don't know, I've played a couple of streams, let's say 5 to 10 hours or something like that. That's a good return if you ask me.
human
I
playing
don't
the
mind
game
that.
probably will get to around 600 maybe. So the second
Oh yeah, as well, I forgot you get 1,000 of these orbs daily, which this works out to. This is a temple daily, isn't it? This, and then you've got SSR skins and stuff, which I've just got Triss's skin as well, because I got Triss the other day. She's pretty awesome actually
target
as well.
demographic will be people who want to play a new gacha game and see that maybe this game is free to play or dolphin friendly. And the gameplay also looks pretty good too, so let's try it out.
It's alright actually, it's
and
alright.
lastly, referrals. Within the game, you can send out referral links, and for every friend who downloads the game, you get 1 invite currency. This currency
Nice.
buys you some
Get you working for the company for some free waifu, or the chance for some free waifu action. I like it.
resources, and
Capitalism,
also 100
baby.
currency will buy you an exclusive outfit. So if you want that outfit, you better share that link. So the last
Alright, and guys, anybody who's on my friends list, you're going to expect a lot of spam over the coming days.
target
Okay,
demographic
make sure you
will be
accept.
people who don't really care that much about the game, but if their friend or favorite content creator wants them to try it out, they'll probably try it out. Now, all of these marketing strategies to get people into the door are all perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with them at all. Everybody uses them, including myself. But there is a very small detail here that you won't find out until a bit later into the game.
Okay.
Because of that,
Because I'm not too far into the game yet. What, am I going to get massively cockblocked?
I'll talk about it later.
Uh-oh.
So now we have entered the casino. But like any other game, we start with the tutorials and story missions for at least a couple hours. And it's a fantastic experience. But once we get into the
It really
dailies,
is.
things become a little bit more interesting.
Okay, I have just started my
Your energy
dailies.
cap starts at around 80, I believe, and increases based on your level. One could assume you would initially need to log in 3 times a day, when you wake up, after work, and before going to bed, to not cap
I don't think you
out
do,
too
do you? You
much.
can just... You
But
can
that
just...
is slightly wrong. You regenerate 1 energy every 5 minutes.
Okay.
One would normally assume 80 energy means 8 hours, but it would actually be closer to 6 hours and 40 minutes. So you would actually need to log in even more often to not cap out. But that's not really too important. More importantly, you will log in more.
See, I haven't really got into the daily stuff and I don't understand the stamina system in it. I am massively capped out. Like, dude, I think I've got like 800. Is that a bad thing?
More regularly, and then notice things are still capping.
And they got me. They've got me right. That means they've got me. Oh, that's it, man. I'm going to be on a street corner selling myself soon.
out.
I've done it, chat.
There is a cafe in the game where you hire slaves, I mean cat girls, to run the store. They lose mood when running the store and gain mood when resting.
Well, that's
Now,
what happens
how
when
long
you
do
run
think
these slaves too hard.
250 mood lasts for? One could assume 25
Not
hours
very
or
long.
250 minutes. Well, you will find out very quickly that's not the case. It will always be empty when you log back in unless you log in every hour, as I have tried timing it. And I think it's about 2 mood loss an hour. Not
Oof.
100% sure, but it is very fast. Not only that, but all the menu items you sell expire at different times, but at least there is a timer. And there are timers everywhere for when things reset.
There
They
are.
all reset at different times. So for people with OCD or meta addiction, don't try logging in non-stop to not miss out on all those oh so precious resources.
That's smart, you know. That's smart, really, when you think about it. Prey on people with mental health conditions. End of the day, let's not pretend that most of us playing, well, you know, gacha games are designed for mentally ill people anyway, aren't they? So, you know, we all are here in the arena, guys, you know. Let's accept it and just, you know, move on.
However, the reality is, you can work at McDonald's for an hour, and that is more powerful than any level of grinding you can do in this game, okay?
Yeah, but then once you've worked at McDonald's for an hour, the beauty then is you can take that wage that you've earned and buy more stuff in the game, can't you? So, you know, that's even better. So go flip burgers and you can buy some cat girls.
In addition, the dailies actually take some time to do. I was trying to time it, but halfway through some guy started talking about his female VTuber girlfriend, so it messed up my timing, but it's definitely not quick like a lot of other games. I
Well, you brother, stay strong, stay strong. The distractions ever. VTubers, okay.
personally think dailies are completely optional. As we can see here, I'm not doing it. But people obsessed about progress won't see it as optional, and this will result in them.
At the end of the day, if you want to like avoid having to do things like dailies, then you just have to open your wallet, don't you? Really, you know?
spending more time at the casino. So overall, this game is trying to incentivize you to spend as much time as possible at the casino by making you concerned about missing out on progress. And also
FOMO.
confusing
FOMO.
you on when you should log back in. In other words, this game does not respect your time. It wants all of it. This game does not have dailies, it has hourlies. Now let me show you an example.
So I will say that when you first do start the game, for like the first 2 days, I think 3 days or something like that, you actually get bonuses like for like, I think it's like 5 minutes. You log in and then it's like, I think it's like, is it 20 minutes? And then 30 minutes, and then an hour and 30, then 2 hours, and then I think 3 hours, and then like you get another bonus the next login, which I thought was kind of a cool system. You only get it for the first few days though, because like obviously as you're just playing the game anyway, you're just getting bonuses for staying on the game. I understand what the game's trying to do, but I was like, hey, if I'm going to be here for a few hours, you know, pay me in some current in-game currency so I can get more cat girls. I'll take
a
that.
game that respects your time. This is Brown Dust 2.
We have got to play this game. I did download this game on mobile, and I played it for about, I ain't even gonna lie, it's probably about 20 minutes, because I just hate playing games on mobile. So yeah, I've got this on PC. We're gonna play this. I don't know if he's about to talk about how this is super predatory as well, but hey, I'm there. I'm here. We will be there.
Resources in this game are not on a timer. They all reset at a specific time, at around 7 p.m. my local time. Everything in the game.
I don't care when they reset, actually. I'm sold. I'm sold. It doesn't matter. We're playing this.
Resets at that time. My draws, my resources, the events, everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that
We're playing
means
these,
I can
boys.
choose to
We're
log
playing
in at
this.
any time I want during the day, and I never miss out on any.
I'm sure that's why he logs in at any time every day, isn't it? Yeah, it's because the game respects your time. Yeah, sure, bro.
Let me show you another example. This is Nornium. Their system is completely...
Oh, this is the game where the waifus turn into, like, mechas, yeah. It looks insane.
different, and I like it. You get 8 sweep tickets, I think, every day in the mail to instantly clear some resource gathering mission. That's it. Don't need to do anything else.
Oh my
In
god.
fact, you can
I didn't
store
know this
those
game was
tickets and do it
out.
all
Oh, is
later.
it got a,
I had
like,
it one time, I
China
think,
launch or
30 of
something?
them and used them all up at once. So there we go. Nornium got it right. Now, during your stay at the casino, you will receive a lot of pulls for the slot machine. These were the ones they promised initially, but you will notice you only get pretty much standard banner pulls. The standard banner is a roster of 18 beautiful cat girls, and your 500 to 1000 pulls will get a lot of them.
They all are, well, 90% are on the standard banner, but I've got to decent amount so far on the premium banner. I've probably made about 40 plus pulls on there. Plus you get a free one every day. And I've probably still got another 5 pulls to do. To be fair, I did spend £1 though. You know.
But you'll probably miss a few.
I'm not saying he's wrong.
However, there are limited characters and
he's obviously looked into this more than me.
That will likely be out of reach to you as you obtain a lower amount of premium currency.
I just really like the battle system.
Initially, or for people who don't care. But the story missions begin to require more investment or better characters as you get further into the story. This is because, unlike WuWa games, it does not scale based on your level. I expect future story missions to be more difficult. If you play the game for the main story...
Yeah, I must admit, I don't like it when games do that, and if it does do that, when the story itself, you start to get DPS checked. That's not cool. Like, obviously, I want the content, as I get deeper, to get more difficult. Obviously, as I build my team, as I level my characters, I build my roster, all that sort of stuff. But I don't want to get DPS checked to the point where it's like it's endgame content, where it's like, hey, if you don't have specific characters or a specific roster or enough of these characters, you're gonna get bottlenecked. I don't mind a difficulty increase and potentially having to rerun content a couple of times to pass it, you know, because like, oh, okay, this is actually difficult. I'm gonna have to run the right characters and pick my abilities right and combine my abilities and all that sort of stuff and like use the right team. I'm fine with that, but obviously if it's a straight DPS check of you literally just can't clear this because you are not powerful enough, not a fan of that, which of course obviously I don't think anybody is, because then it's like literally you gotta pay to proceed in the story then, which, you know, it is a big turn off. But I'm nowhere near that yet. I guess we'll see as we play the game.
Let's say you've been playing the game for a few months casually and you hit a roadblock that might incentivize you to spend money to help you progress.
Like I'm on 3 or 4,
There's
I think.
also a competitive or meta element that will encourage you to spend. This game has a lot of PvP. I'm not going to go into all of that.
Yeah, I did see that. I'm interested about that. I feel like you'll absolutely get battered because you will be getting up, like, you know, it'll be like FIFA, you'll be getting put up against people who've, like, spent money. But it's kind of cool.
The modes, but the urge to get stronger in a PvP game is much higher than normal games.
True.
Obviously.
True.
Especially one that proudly displays the best characters in the game all over.
I suppose sometimes with these games, they're just smart though, aren't they, at the same time? Because it's like, hey, with PvP games, you've got the urge to get better. Some people want to get better. You know, they practice, they spend time on the game and they get better. And then other people go, you know what? I'm just going to go and cheat, right? And then they go and give somebody else money to cheat at the game. So what gacha games like this have done is gone, hey, listen, don't pay them, just pay us and we'll make you better. You know, that way you can cheat through us and we you know, win-win, and you won't get banned either.
Also, your profile displays your progress, so if you don't want to feel like a loser, you better swipe that credit card. So the incentive to spend money, mostly for limited characters, will be from...
See, for me, like that sort of stuff, though, I don't think that bad at all. If anything, I think it's the opposite. I think if you've got, like, a banner and it shows that you've been spending shit tons of money, people are just going to look at that and go, what a div, you know? Rather than being like, oh, man, that dude's got big dick energy, you know? He spent $3 on this game. I think people would look at him and be like, you know, maybe I respect that more. This dude's played this game for a while. He's got a different roster of characters. He's done certain content and he's barely spent any money.
The desire to progress in the story and the desire to have a stronger account. Now that we have decided to spend money, what do we spend that money on?
That's all gacha games, though. That's all gacha games.
We're smart, so we want the best bang for our buck. So it's gonna probably be a monthly pass. They sell a monthly pass for $5 like most gacha games, and it gives you limited banner currency.
Yeah.
However, they also offer a permanent monthly plan that will indefinitely, until the end of service, give you limited banner currency for further.
And that is not a bad thing. If what is that? $5? This dude's paid for this one anyway. The permanent plan, yeah. So you immediately get. Oh, okay, you get 10 pulls. I mean, still though, that's better than most games. You know, like with the asteroids on like Wuthering Waves, you get what, 300 of the currency right up, so you get 300 asteroids basically. So you're getting 2 pulls, and then like you got your pass. So in a sense, off the bat, at least from an initial look there, it's a better deal. You're getting 30 pulls Well, you get 60 pulls in total, aren't you? One on the premium, one on the standard. Oh, not too bad, really, if you ask me.
$30.
I've just realised I am the target audience. I look at all this shit and I'm like, hey, sounds like a good deal to me.
A reasonably smart person will buy that because it's the best deal, which it technically is, but it is also dangerous. Let me just bring up an article here on Gacha Gaming. I'm just going to expand this graph here.
Okay.
And as we can see on the far right side, the people who spend the most money coincidentally spend the most time in the game. So ironically, buying the best...
You'd hope so. It would kind of be stupid if you were spending money just to dip. Well, I suppose if you're super rich, I guess it doesn't matter, but you would hope that you're spending that money, you're going to stick around and actually play the game. Otherwise, like, then you do have some issues.
Deal might result in
you're incredibly wealthy.
Even more money due to all the time you have invested in the game. Now, as we can see, I bought this pass, but I am not the same as those people. My desire...
You keep telling yourself that, brother.
To spend is from a completely alien perspective, apparently. I will often mention that I will pull on characters when I find their mammary glands exquisite.
Okay.
People just think I'm a weirdo, but that is probably one of the reasons you even started playing this game in the first place. You started playing this game.
No, I started playing for the in-depth gameplay, for the possible meta, the skill expression, the interesting story, the character development, the premise, the amazing world and lore. You know, it definitely wasn't for massive cat girl titties.
Game because it had cat girls. If it had cat boys or naked men, I don't think most of you would play this game. You then get into a game about cat girls and focus on meta. I do the most natural approach. I get
weird that, isn't it? Was there any successful gacha games like that? Well, probably just not got very good stories.
Into a game for the cat girls and then I pull for the cat girls. Them being meta is just a bonus for me. And I see this exact same situation in all the games I play.
To be fair, I'm the same like that. Waifu meta, first and foremost. Meta secondary, you know?
Like Honkai Star Rail. Jade had the lowest banner sales because she didn't see meta. But she has big boobies and I can fix her, okay? Now what I'm saying is, until another hot woman comes out, outside of the standard banner, I have zero desire to pull, okay? I ain't pulling out. Meta does not influence my decisions. It is only something I think about in regards to the characters I already have.
See, what happens with that? Like, you're like me. You're like, I don't give a shit about the meta. So then you buy the character with the big tatas, and then you get to the point where you get DPS checked, and then you're like, fuck this game. You know? It tricked me. It tricked me. And then you probably open your wallet again to buy the meta characters.
The monthly pass gives you 1 pull a day. Let's say a month is 30
and then
days,
rinse
so
and
that's
repeat.
30 pulls. Let us also say the game gives you 30 limited pulls from special events and hard mode story content every month, free to play. And I will also assume the new banner characters will not get a free daily summon. In total, we got 60 limited pulls a month. Each limited banner character runs for 2 weeks. Hard pity for a SSR is 80, and if we fail to get the character, the next SSR is guaranteed to be the limited.
It's kind of another way, in a way, of doing the you know, oh, we do a pack of 750 gems, let's say, but the thing you want to buy is 800 gems, you know? So you're going to need to buy the next pack, which there's no 800 gem pack, but there's a 950 gem pack, or there's a 1050 gem pack. So you buy your item that costs you 800, and then you're like, oh, I've got like 200 or 300 gems left, and then, oh, there's another item. It's 350 item. Well, I'll just buy the 800 pack then, or the 750 pack then, right? And then you got a little bit left over, and you're like, well, I guess I might as well spend again, you know? End of the day, a lot of these games do this. It's just about having some self-control, isn't it? Like I said, I spent £1 on this game. I must admit, I'd had a few beers though, and it was kind of just like, ooh, that looks cheap, let's buy that. And obviously, lack of self-control probably there, but it's £1.
Character.
Come back in a couple of weeks, you'll be like, how much you spent, Peaks? I don't want to talk about it.
Let us say on average, we get the limited character in 100 pulls. At 1.1%, that is fairly close. So if you wanted every...
Yeah, but like with this though, when you're pulling on the banners, on the limited banner, obviously you've got the guarantee within 80 pulls, but I think the way it works is like a little like, almost like a battle pass kind of setup where you get to so many pulls and you get an extra few pulls, I think, and then you get to so many more pulls, and I don't know if you get a copy of the character. So in a way, I think you're kind of guaranteed to at least either get the character or potentially get a copy of the character. I don't know if that's true, but that's kind of what it looked like when I was looking at it. Haven't done any research into this. At the end of the day, I don't typically do that. I just play these games and have fun. If I'm having fun, I'll continue playing the game. And if I'm really having fun, I'll spend a bit of money on the game because I like to spend money on things I enjoy and I like to support things I enjoy. And I look at it as a return on investment. I usually look at it as hours spent, if I'm honest. If I've spent 50 hours in a game, I'll happily spend 30, 40 quid easy. Because I'll spend 50 quid on a AAA game, and sometimes I might get 12 hours out of it and I've completed the game, you know? So if I can get hundreds of hours out of a game, if I spend 100 quid on a game, well, look at it. If I've spent it for play 200 hours on the game, I've spent 50p for an hour of enjoyment. Where can you do that nowadays in the world? You know, you go out anywhere, tell me where you're going to spend 50p for enjoyment. You know what I mean? Unless you, I don't know, you're going for a walk or something.
Every character, assuming a new one comes out once every 2 weeks, you would need 200 pulls a month to guarantee 2 characters with no dupes. So at 60 pulls, you are getting 1 character every 2 months or so. However, dupes are important in this game if you care about meta.
They really are. I leveled up my dupes on like one of my R level characters, and holy shit, they were insanely powerful. They're like SSR basically.
Let us take a look at this upcoming character. One of her skills deals damage and places a curse on the enemy. There is a standard banner character that does exactly the same thing, except she only places the curse. That makes me very sad. Already power creeped. Damn. Her first dupe adds a curse with her other ability, so you pretty much gotta grab that. So, assuming you want a character and at least 1 dupe for meta purposes with 60 pulls, that's 1 character every 3.5 months, or around 1 in 7 characters.
This is where the negative thing comes into turn-based games. I think it's really hard not to have power creep in turn-based games, but straight off the bat, I'm kind of fucked.
So we would need to get more pulls. First, we can buy the other monthly plan for 1 pull a day. But even with that, we still need more currency, so let us get back to the store. When we look at the store, everything has a countdown. There is even a countdown on the skin banner pull. But is the price changing next month? I don't think so. And the premium currency prices I expect will always be the same. The daily offers here may change. The bundles here may also change.
All of this, though, I get it. It's predatory, but I don't really have a problem with all of these countdowns. Let's not pretend that stores don't do this all the time as if it's unique to gacha games. Now, I'm not saying that makes it right, but I personally don't care, because I think you've got to have some, you know, some maturity and some responsibility not to just, like, be stupid. Obviously, it's different for children. Right, I'm talking as adults here. You know, let's not pretend that stores don't do it. How many times when you see these adverts of, like, sale ends so-and-so, sale ends so-and-so, and oh, the sale's been extended. Oh, it's been extended for 1 more week. Oh, it's been extended for 1 more week. And then you find out the product that's on sale wasn't like really on sale anyway. You know, it was marked up prior to the sale, and then they put it down to its original price, and you just got fucking cooked. You know, stores do this all the time, don't they, really?
Everything outside of outfits
what's up, Kieran?
and the foreign currency exchange office is built on fear of missing out.
FOMO,
and
baby.
these aren't all the
FOMO.
bargains. There are some more to take a look at. Over here, we can spend 120 red crystals to get this bundle. That's fine, but what are the prices for the next level of bundles? I assume they'd be higher. So the more of those that you buy, the more that sunk cost fallacy will kick in. Like if you go up to level 30 here, which I assume costs like...
That seems like it's been took straight out of the Star Citizen playbook, that does. Because with Star Citizen, I think there's like a secret store on Star Citizen that you have to have spent so many thousands of dollars on ships to get access to the premium store. You know, it's like the gentleman's club. It's like, oh sir, come in. Here's a cigar. Here's your freaking whiskey. Come and sit in the lounge with the big boys, you know. But you don't get in there unless you spent some cash. It's kind of like this, really, isn't it?
1,000
You don't get to know how
red
much it's going to
crystals,
cost you unless you
then
spend some money.
obviously you'd be stupid for not buying the level.
You know, there's the people who might not have FOMO, but they might be like, "Well, I want to know what does it cost? I'm interested. I'm intrigued. In fact,
50 bundle as well. I mean, you'd just be losing money if you didn't buy it. There is also the pay
True.
for convenience perk that costs $3 a month to make your dailies a little bit easier to deal with. In other words, the game was designed to be slightly inconvenient so that you are more incentivized to buy the
their mechanics I'm not a fan of. When a game, and I'm not saying this is necessarily exactly the same, but when a game actually makes inconveniences and then sells you a solution, or removes content that was there and kind of sells it back to you, not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. But I'm less annoyed by it in free-to-play games. I just tend to stop playing them. A lot of fucking paid games do this sort of shit, though.
this quality of life investment. This means it is unlikely that a game will be improving quality of life in future patches. I mean, if they did, why would someone buy this? We also have the growth fund here for...
Well, there's a way for the community to fix that, is they don't buy it and they keep requesting it. And then in the end, the devs will be like, well, this ain't selling anyway. Let's appease the customers. It's probably quite naive of me, but you know, it works. If you don't empty your wallet to companies, they'll usually adjust to try and cater to you to get you to empty your wallet.
For
In other ways,
680 red crystals, you can get 7,000 blue crystals.
there is a
are
lot of
actually
stuff to buy
two
in this
sides
game, I
here,
must admit.
So 680 red crystals is just for one side. You would have to buy that for both sides. There is also a top-up bonus. The number of red crystals you buy increases the points here, and if you get 10,000, you get a broken unit. 10,000 points is about $150, and the
That's
bonus
not
goes
bad
up to 300,000 points, which someone does have, so that's around $4,500. Very cheap, okay.
That's crazy, though. That's great. That's like a car. That's like a second-hand car. You know? That's crazy. Don't get me wrong. I've spent probably about, give or take, around 100 quid on Wuthering Waves, maybe a little bit more. I've spent 30 quid on Genshin Impact. I probably spent about, I want to say more around 50 to 60 quid on Honkai Star Rail. But then I spent 300 quid plus on Fortnite. I've spent 300 quid plus on Valorant. Over the years, I've spent a lot more than that on Call of Duty, and they're paid games as well, so who are the bad guys here?
I should also add that when you top up, the highest price you see here is $100. But if you press this button, it opens...
And when I say that, I'm not talking about the actual purchase of the game. I'm talking about microtransactions after the fact, DLC packs, loot boxes when there were a massive thing in Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, and then skins and skin packs, and you know, we won't get into it.
Top up website, and the highest red crystal you can get is $1,000. God damn. But not enough for all the points though.
True, Kieran, we are the bad guys for buying them, right?
Now,
Our own
goal
worst
was to get
enemy,
strong
for
units,
real.
And there are two areas for us to buy strong units. We can get the standard banner unit by buying the $30 battle pass. I don't think that's a good deal, but you also get an interactable cutscene to
Yeah, I got these. I can look at a book and everything. Well worth it. Well worth the pulls, you know.
consummate your marriage to this character, so that's good. There is also this purchase exclusive character that you can get by spending just 60 red crystals.
I got her as well.
Actually cheap, no joke. And I
there's
had
a
to
pound.
have the crystals, so I spent the crystals.
Yep.
And then
Same, buddy.
happened.
Same,
A
buddy.
promo event was summoned, and now for one
Oh
more
shit, yeah, I've got that as well. I've got access to the lounge, lads. They've offered me my cigar. There's like, here's your whiskey, sir. Come and sit down. I haven't yet, but I might.
I can spend $5. I mean, I already got the character for $1, so I might as well get the
You-
dupe.
right,
But then
right.
the next tiers, I feel like, will progressively get more expensive.
Yeah, but
If
then
the
it's
blue
like,
crystals
it
here-
might be expensive from the first stage, but when you're on stage 3, stage 10 doesn't seem that bad anymore, does it? You know, it's like, you know, when you're 3 years into a heroin addiction, what's another 4? Like, you know?
Is a good indicator of how much it will cost. If we add up all of the blue crystals, we get 186,000 blue crystals. Divide by 9,500 blue crystals here for the first stoop, and then multiply that by $5. We will need to spend $100 to max out this unit. We have somehow spent $1 and ended up spending $100.
Smart. That's smart.
Damn. Oh, and you got 12 days by the way, so you better do it quick. So to summarize, I think this is a great game, as I just pull for pantyhose and mammary glands. But if you're prone to poor impulse control, or you feel the need to be good at things all the time no matter what, or you make...
See, if for me, you feel the need to be good at things and you play gacha games, you're retarded. Just get off the internet. Go play a game that's got some fucking skill, you know? Like, that's one thing that makes me laugh sometimes when I see people, like, and I know there's people who meme about it, but you genuinely see people who like to, and don't get me wrong, the free-to-play players who do it sometimes are kind of just as annoying, like, oh, ugly this and ugly that, it's like, oh, cool, bro. But, like, when people, like, try and insinuate there's some sort of level of skill to what they've done, it's like, dude, your skill was having some disposable income to put into the fucking game. You know, relax a little, bro. Chill out a little bit, you know what I mean? Go sit in front of the fridge. It's like, just calm down.
Less than 10k a month, I can't in good faith recommend this game. It's not worth the risk. And there we go.
I disagree. I could in good faith recommend this game because I think it's a fun little game. It's free to play. You can get into the game. There's fun to be had. It's just up to you to just not be stupid, you know? I would never say to somebody, well, I would say probably don't drink, but I wouldn't say don't ever drink, you know? Just have some responsibility. I wouldn't say don't ever eat chocolate. Just don't make yourself turn into a fat fuck. You know what I mean? Like, everything in balance. Life is there to be lived. Enjoy it. Just be sensible. Have some self-control. And if you're an adult, be a fucking adult. But yeah, good video. Good video. I enjoyed that. Gacha Potato, I might have to watch some more of his content, actually. Cat Fantasy's predatory gacha system. Not really unlike a lot of other gacha games. Probably leaning into the more egregious, I guess, like some of the more mobile games. But at the end of the day, you know, let's not pretend that that you can't spend a crap ton of money on Wuthering Waves. You can't spend a crap ton of money on Genshin Impact and other games. You know, the offer's there for it to be taken. It's just about how much you're willing to spend. Of course, there's levels to this, you know. Some games give you a lot more freedom in what you're doing and ability to do things without opening your wallet. But let's not pretend they're all in the same shop window. It's just whether you decide to, you know, drop your panties and let them take you, really, isn't it? Yeah, great video. I enjoyed that, actually. That was fun. You've been playing Valorant recently. How does he play on console, dude? I just feel like that'd be a game that would play so bad on console. All right, let's check out this video as well. Oh, before we do... All right, okay. Let's check out this video from Foxhole. Will Genshin 5.0 stop the Wuthering Waves hype? Before we get into that, though, speaking of Wuthering Waves, let me just show you this, guys. We've got Exploration with Shorekeeper, and it looks kind of cool, actually. I was a little bit worried about the fact how quick your stamina drops when you're using that butterfly thing, but it seems to come back really quick as well, and it seems to be really good for Exploration as well. So let's have a little look. So you can just like clear bodies of water. So that's kind of cool, actually. That is. I'm here for that. And it seems as well, your stamina seems to come back. Actually, it seems at a decent normal pace, really. I'll be curious to see if you actually zap your stamina out totally. Will it be like normal? Because that's my worry, is that like if you're doing that in combat, you could kind of, you know, put yourself in a really bad position when you switch to your next character and you're engaging in some more difficult combat. But yeah, cool. Another character that's going to give us more options in getting around the map. This is a really good thing, in my opinion. You know, with like Changli and Jinse and like, you know, Jian, you've got really good movement options when you're getting around the map. Add her in as well. Like, this is all good for traversal. Again, it seems like they understand how I said that moving around the world sometimes in a gacha game can be a little bit of a barrier, and it's cool to have those things in the game. Of course, it's more for combat, but it's nice if you can use it in the overworld as well. But anyway, let's get into this video. Will Genshin 5.0 stop the Wuthering Waves hype? I don't know if it necessarily will stop the Wuthering Waves hype for the people who are hyped about Wuthering Waves, but it might turn the eyes off Wuthering Waves for the time being. But I think at the end of the day, this is the gacha space. Something's hot for a world. People move on to the new update to this game, this game, and they just kind of rotate through them, don't they? Well, let's not pretend that Genshin still isn't the big dog. Wuthering Waves has got a long way to go to even be considered on the same level yet. So let's get into it.
Good day to all you glorious Rascallion residents.
What up, bro?
My name is Fox Soul. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Wuthering Waves. And in today's video, we're going to discuss a topic that has been hitting my desk with a couple of different people.
Ooh, eyes on the pad. Ooh.
And I want to have a conversation about it, and that is the fact that is Genshin's new update 5.0 going to stop the momentum, or lack of better words, kill Wuthering Waves?
Okay, all right. I think there's an argument to be said that it could maybe slow the momentum. But I do think when 1.3 comes, I think people are going to be hyped. I do think people are going to be hyped. I think the real massive, like, hopefully, I guess for the game and somebody who enjoys it, is when we get a new nation, a whole new nation, a proper new area to explore, big, vast area, massive addition to the story, mechanics, content to explore, instances, all that sort of stuff will be a big factor of whether the game is being slowed. But I don't think the game is going to be slowed by Genshin, if I'm honest. I think the game will be slowed by its own entropy, possibly.
Well, we're going to talk about that.
Well, let's do it.
And hope you're going to sit here and join me for this little conversation that we're going to have.
Well, let's get into it, bro.
So, bar is open. Grab yourself some cola drink. Take a seat. Put your feet up.
I got it.
And let's get into the conversation.
Let's do it. Let's go. I like your little intro.
All right, so today's video, we're going to go ahead and take the time to discuss about Genshin Impact 5.0's update that's been released today on August 28th, and whether or not it's going to...
Question. I haven't tried it out. For all the people who are full-on Genshin fans and don't like Wuthering Waves, how is the update? I'm curious. Is it a W update? Is it kind of less than what you expected? Is it more than what you expected? Is it got you hyped for Genshin again? And another question for the people who have maybe moved from Genshin and are more predominantly Wuthering Waves and other gacha games now. What's the update saying as well? Has it got you more excited for Genshin again? Has it kind of pulled you back? Has it made you less excited for Wuthering Waves? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be really interested to know.
Slow down the momentum of Wuthering Waves, or in better wording from certain people in the community, is it going to kill Wuthering Waves?
How can it kill it, man? Game's dead, right? Game's dead. I've heard all this before. Game's dead, man. No one plays this game.
Well, honestly, I'm going to say the short answer is no to that. It's not.
Okay, see, what? Pad. You have to press L1 and triangle to grapple onto them. What the hell?
It won't. Wuthering Waves is going to be perfectly A-okay and fine. That is my opinion, and I am going to stick with it. But
I agree. I agree to a point. I don't think Genshin is going to be the game that kills Wuthering Waves. I hope it doesn't die for a long time to come because I enjoy the game. Wuthering Waves, I think, will be the thing that kills Wuthering Waves. It's that I don't know how to say this, like, maybe potentially get a bit more identity and make themselves stand out a little bit more. They're doing that. They are. I'm not saying they're not doing it, but, you know, so it really stands out and it becomes something of its own, and they really start introducing some unique and adventurous gameplay mechanics to the game.
In case you want to get the long answer out of me in this regard and not the short one, I'll put it this way to you. You gotta think of it like this. Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact, first and foremost, are two separate games.
Yep.
And Weathering Waves itself is just starting to find its footing now.
True, true.
So think of it like this. Think of Weathering Waves and Genshin Impact pretty much as children. Weathering Waves is the infant that is following in the, the footstep of its older sibling, Genshin Impact. And Genshin Impact itself is now approaching its 5th year anniversary. It's going to be 5 years old coming.
Oh, what have I said to content creators? Stop fucking using Jeji, man. I lost my 50-50.
September.
I feel like this is on purpose now.
So, I'm going to put it like this. I 100% believe that Weathering Waves is going to have a promising future.
I do as well.
I do as well. Continues to develop its own identity.
Yeah, I agree.
That, even though
pre-watched.
Right now, it's all right that it's following in the footsteps of Genshin Impact. It's following the roadmap and everything, and it's doing similar things. That it continues adding more spices into it, and then eventually, by like 2.0 or whatever, it's going to steer off in its own direction and become its own thing.
Dude, I'm starting to think I have pre-watched this video when it was on last night when I'm asleep, because like that is exactly what I just said. Like almost word for word about the identity and for 2.0 as well. I think we're spirit animals, bro.
That will be great. And along with that, I see a promising future with Weathering Waves as long as
stop calling it Weathering Waves, though.
It can continue to grow with the support of a nurturing community this time. And let's talk about a nurturing community. Let's talk like, honestly, what it seems to be the current state of the Weathering Waves community. This is my opinion, really. But to me, the Weathering Waves community right now is a big mixture of supportive players as well as others that are more here only for the drama.
Oh, of course.
Or in the chaos. Or in general, they're here just waiting until the next big update for like what happened right here with Genshin Impact.
Which is pretty much every community.
Or other gacha game they're waiting on. And that's all they're waiting for. They're not here for Weathering Waves. They're just here to pass the time. With Genshin 5.0 update, as it's been dropped, we might see, a dip in the Weathering Waves player base. And I'm going to think it's going to be, not a huge, big, massive drop. It's going to be more of a, a moderate low-level drop.
Okay, I don't know. That's hard. That's obviously highly speculative. I think it'll be a significant dent, though, because I just think there's a crossover with all these games. I do definitely think there's a lot of people who play Wuthering Waves who obviously haven't never played Genshin. And there's probably a lot of them just done with Genshin and they're really like Wuthering Waves now. But I think in the gacha space, people underestimate that a lot of gacha gamers will bounce around titles. They'll predominantly have one main game or maybe two that they kind of do dailies and they try and keep up with the story at least. And then if they're a spender, they might have the one that they actually do a little bit of light spending on potentially. And then there'll be like a few others that they're just dabbling now and again. Oh, there's a big update. Oh, that looks cool. Let me go try it out and maybe play it for a few hours and then they don't go back to it, or it's more of a sporadic here and there kind of thing. But I do think that gacha gamers are kind of like refugees, they're like travelers. They're just bouncing around looking for a place that's going to accept them, and they can never quite feel like they're at home, and then they go away again, and I feel like there's a lot of that, if I'm honest. There's a lot of bouncing around.
Nothing that would even cause alarm or should feed into the notion that Weathering Waves is going to die. The nonsense that
that'll all be back in 1.3
spreading just because, Genshin, when Genshin 5.0 comes, everybody's going to drop it and go play Genshin. In fact, I'm going to put it like this to you guys. I am glad that Genshin, 5.0 is coming. It's here. It's there. Because I'm glad to see that many of these players who, play Genshin Impact are going to be going back to their main game. And first, the real reason why is because, honestly, I think they're going to have more fun playing Genshin Impact than they would with Weathering Waves. Because not all of them, but there is some vocal ones that, really like to compare Weathering Waves with Genshin Impact and really make this drama mountain. And, having them go back to their game and focus on their game and not focus on...
Dude's like, I'm glad that update's there so they can fuck off and leave us alone.
Weather and waves anymore and do these comparisons and everything else. I think it's a great thing because, you know, there's a lot of drama that has happened in the community when it comes from these types of players. So their departure to me would help, you know.
Does a lot of this come from the players or CCs though? I'd argue it's probably both. But let's not pretend that CCs haven't got a massive part to play in these. They are players at the end of the day, I guess.
Weed out the negativity. It would weed out the riffraff. And I think like the third main reason
I'd like to just see gamers getting fun games
is that this is going to allow for the remaining community to tighten up and work together to properly shape the Weather and Waves community, and the game itself into something even better than it was before. I'll say it like this, you know.
It's idealistic.
I have.
It's not a bad ideology to have
with games, you know, before Weather and Waves, and when you have multiple fan bases that is covering a new game, it does often cause problems. And what better example I can give y'all than a game that I used to cover, which was Lords of the Fallen.
I think this is probably true with the gacha space, is that I think MMO gamers have their favourite game and will criticise other games, but they want as many good MMOs as possible. They want more MMOs. They want new MMOs to be good. I think shooter gamers are the same. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't small toxic player bases or larger toxicity to the player bases, but I think they want better shooters. They want another shooter to play. And there's tribalism in all spaces of society throughout everything. Insert whatever you want there. There's tribalism in it. There definitely is a subset of gacha gamers that really just don't want to see other gacha gamers, other gacha games, and especially not see them doing well. And I don't know if it's because of the sunk cost bias that goes into that, but lots of other games have a sunk cost bias in them. You know, MMOs, insert whatever game. You know, there's lots of games you can spend lots of money on that don't have gacha systems, that just have microtransactions or monthly subs or whatever it is. I definitely do think that is a thing that's not totally unique to the gacha space, but is unique in its scale, I guess. Because I see a lot of it in comments in my own videos and in other people's. There's a lot of people that just really hate other gacha games and people enjoying them as well, which is really kind of weird.
The Fallen suffered from this, which was the developers catered to the wrong type of feedback. That's the best way I can put it.
That's a good point, actually.
You had people that was on Reddit, you had people that was on forums and stuff like this, that was basically places where, and it was mostly Reddit to be honest, but places where the developers would get this information from, and people would say, you know, hey, the game's too hard or the game's too easy, and you know, these are people that you could find that they didn't even touch, you know, Lords of the Fallen more than an hour, if that. These are people that was comparing, you know, Lords of the Fallen to Dark Souls, to every other Souls-like experience. Then
I'll just stop there. I think it's totally fair to compare games that are in the same genre, inspired by or take things from other games. I think it's totally fine. It's how far you take that comparison and how much it affects your enjoyability and your vocalization of that and how far you take it. But I totally think it's fine to say, look, this is very much like this and it compares in A, B, and C ways. I don't think that's necessarily a negative. It's just that people run with it too much sometimes, don't they?
Focusing on Lords of the Fallen itself as its own type of game.
Which is fair.
Lords of the Fallen, when it first came out, had an identity. It was truly a good experience. It was a hard experience. It had its own uniqueness. But with the questionable quality of life changes the CI games provided because of the feedback from the Redditors, we had issues to where, you know, instead of making the game, you know, like the developers claimed they wanted a difficult, challenging game, they changed the map to make it easier for players to find a fucking blacksmith, to find weapons, to do all this other stuff because people missed it, because people didn't want to look up guides, people didn't want to talk to no one, they just wanted to bitch at the developers. We had people who was bitching at developers, you know, oh, the bosses are too easy, and people like myself, we agreed, you know, the bosses were a little bit too easy, but what we express is they're too easy because their patterns are so recognizable that they're doing the same thing over and over and over. You could put them in a loop. Can we have the AI, you know, change? Developers, that's not what they read. What they read was boss is too easy. I could kill him in 2 hits. And what the developers did, they took a boss that had, you know, 1 million health value and they buffed it to 7 million and never changed the AI behavior. So
that to me though is something that's more on the developer. Now I understand what he's saying. I do understand what he's saying. If you've got a more smaller, close-knit community that gets the game a little bit more, I guess, you know, they're gonna maybe vocalize things that are better for the game. But what's better for one person is not necessarily better for another person, and what you might think is right for the game is not necessarily right for the game. That's on the developer to say, okay, right, we've got a problem here, let's implement a solution that works. If they just go, well, dude, they said it's too hard, let's make it easier, then that's on them. You know, there's ways to make something more accessible without actually necessarily just making it just straight up easier, you know. Like we spoke about the whole Scar boss with Kuro. They didn't handle it badly, but they could have done it a little bit better. The way what they did, they just kind of like really made it just easier in a way, rather than trying to make some better changes that would have been a little bit better for the problem in regards to the solution that was needed. But it wasn't a terrible solution, and that was my worry, that maybe we'll start to see that in the future. Oh, this is just difficult, we'll just change it, rather than being like, okay, look at what's causing the problem. It's not necessarily that it's difficult, you're just not giving people the tools to be able to adapt in a way that's positive for the game and allows you to express skill, but it's still difficult. Just making things easier or harder because a few people have moaned is never a good way to go about it. Like, oh, let's just buff some numbers, let's just nerf some numbers. That's on the developers then. You know, they have to find a smart solution that you know, caters to as many people as possible. You're never going to please everybody, but it's best to try and cater to as many people as possible if you're going to want to make the game successful, rather than the vocal minority.
At that point in time, it was completely a artificial update to make it seem harder, but all I'm doing, or anyone else is doing if they were playing against these bosses, is just going around in a fucking circle, doing the same move, dodging the same way, parrying the same way, and just doing it over and over, and nothing changed from it. And this was the problem about having, you know, this large of a community coming in. It made it to where these developers cater to the wrong feedback, in my personal opinion.
But then again, though, that's on the developers, not the community, in my opinion. If you want a successful game, you've got to expect a large community. It's your job to filter the stuff that means something, and then apply a solution that might not be what they exactly have requested, but it's what they need. You know, that's where developers need to understand that. A lot of us gamers, that's one thing gamers are really good at. We are good at telling developers about a problem. We're not so good at coming up with a solution. You know what I mean? And a lot of the times, our solution that we've come up with is nowhere near the best thing for the game either.
Made changes that just diluted the complete identity of Lords of the Fallen. And I kind of was talking about this with some people with Wuthering Waves, because I never played the original, you know, beta, the closed beta on this. I came into when the game was released, and they told me that the closed beta and what we got is 2 different games. That the closed beta was actually a lot more challenging, and it was a lot more different. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but I'm going to rely on people whose claim that they played the closed beta. I'm going to rely on their wording to say that, okay, that sounds
video, bro.
great. And then the entire explanation, to be completely honest, was you had some vocal people that was
my internet being
came from
ass or
Genshin
something.
that came into this, that made some complaints, and Kuro Games catered to them, which made it to where it is more like Genshin than what it used to be.
Again,
which is kind of upsetting, because if they
you can't blame somebody from the Genshin community going, oh, game's too hard, and then Kuro change it and being like, yeah, see, that's why they need to fuck off. That's on Kuro. I don't know if that was the case. I don't know. I haven't heard that personally. I know there's been changes, and I didn't play the test myself, but I haven't heard people say, yeah, the game was a lot harder then, and it's a lot easier now. You can't blame a player who was like, don't like this, too hard, and then Kuro went, okay, let's make it easier. That's Kuro's problem, not the player's problem.
Had a vision, and they only catered because you're following a different, this other fan base is just going to come in for a short little while, and then skedaddle, when their game gets updated, then, hey, yeah, that's kind of saddening. But with Genshin Impact getting this huge update,
and at the same time as well, they do need to try and cater to those audiences. I'm not saying cater to them solely, of course. They need to create a game that they want to, a thing that they believe is going to be successful. But obviously, if you're trying to tackle a massive audience of these players, you want to try and appeal to them somewhat, don't you?
and people being
it's definitely
so
not on the
excited,
player. That's on the developer.
I feel that Weather and Waves now is going to have a chance to avoid this kind of situation. And if the community remains solid and they remain nurturing and they work closely with Kuro, especially after this riffraff moves on, then I don't see.
See, this is what I'm talking about sometimes. Wuthering Waves players and the community do love to go, look at all them terrible Genshin players. Look at them, all terrible, ain't they? They're all bastards. But then they display some of the same traits sometimes that they're complaining about. And I'm not necessarily saying he's being toxic at all. But, like that idea that there's somehow the riffraff because they've got a version of the game that they want it to be. Now, I'm not saying he's not wrong, again, but that's on Kuro, Just because somebody's screaming for something to change doesn't mean the person with the power to change it should listen to the psychopath on the corner, It's up to them to go, oh, actually, there's a good point in there somewhere in all that inane, crazy rambling, but I'm not going to do what he said for me to do, but I'm going to do something different that's going to make the thing better. That's totally on Kuro.
This being a problem. And I'll even give you a little bit of my history here as well. I've tried several gacha games in my lifetime. I've tried Genshin Impact. I've tried Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and I've tried Honkai Star Rail. And I'll say it like this. I think all the games I've tried that was gacha games, except for one of them, which is Devil May Cry. But these gacha games that I've tested, I thought, they were pretty cool. It's just that it never really stuck with me. Like Genshin Impact and I never really got along. Weather and Waves was actually one game that I expected to even add to this list, but I'm pleasantly surprised that I didn't. That the game actually offered me a lot more motivational, challenges that I actually loved and made me want to keep playing it. So, talking about this, I'll say it like this. I've watched the Genshin, 5.0 trailer. And I'm going to say it like this. Because there is some people out there say, oh, if you play Genshin, the new Genshin update, you're going to drop Weather and Waves. Well, I'm going to tell you what. I watched the Genshin 5.0 trailer back a couple of weeks ago. And I'm going to be honest. There was only one thing that caught my eye. And that was a redhead with some sunglasses that was walking that had like...
Yeah, I know who he's talking about. I don't know what the character's name is, but that character's kind of fire design, actually.
That looked like Bayonetta. And I'm not gonna lie, I love myself some redheaded anime waifus because you know what? There's some feisty little bitches and I fucking love them. But
I thought he was gonna say I'll fucking fuck him.
Otherwise than that, nothing else in that trailer made me want to drop fucking Weather and Waves to go play the game. And I'm not gonna drop, Weather and Waves to go play a game for one fucking character. It's not gonna happen. I've already had my experience with vanilla, what I like to call vanilla Genshin, that I don't see myself going back to it. And I feel like there is a lot of people like myself that's going to be included in that. And that's where I say for us.
You not got a keybind to just go straight to the map then on pad? Why did you go into the menu to go to the map? Not fucking judging, like. So I just noticed as well, you got an L1 and triangle to grapple, which is kind of wild, at least to the targeted grapples anyway. Yeah, I don't know how people can play on pad.
us that we need to be a nurturing community. We need to come together, and the feedback that we provide to Kuro Games needs to be solid feedback. That's all. And I mean, you know,
Guests of the untold.
with Genshin's latest update, this also
Okay, like, I'm not saying that this dude is an elitist, but I think that's kind of an elitist viewpoint to take, though, in my opinion. And I'm not attacking the guy, but I just think that's like, as if like, oh, well, we'll have constructive feedback to give. These guys are fair weather gamers. They don't have constructive feedback to give. Because at the end of the day, who's the arbiter to say what is exactly constructive? Constructive in your eyes might be just like, dude, shut up, man. What are you talking about? That's a dumb update. You know, there's plenty of times I mention stuff in my videos, and like, oh, this would be cool to add in the game, and there'll be people who are going like that'd be a bad idea, and it's like, okay, that's fair. You know, we're not going to agree. You know, my idea might be dumb, but just in my opinion, at that point in time, it seemed like a good idea because I've been approaching content in a particular way. Maybe, you know, maybe I've been doing something wrong. Maybe I've been overpowered or underpowered, or I've just gone about it in the wrong way that's made it seem like this to me, and that's what's given me that opinion. Or I'm just wrong. You know what I mean? I think the idea that like, well, us as the real community are going to have better ideas to give to them, I think is a bad way to look at it.
could be absolutely, like I said, this could be absolutely the best thing for Weathering Waves. The more people that jump ship back to the Hoyo games, back to their Netmarble games and stuff like this allows us, as a fan base, as a community, to lock down and niche this community and just focus on the quality of feedback and nurturing to Weathering Waves from true fans that actually play it daily, that actually give two solid.
Again, talking about that there, just because you play it daily, and I'm not saying he's saying this, so I just want to get that out. I'm not saying he's saying this. Just because you play it daily doesn't mean that your feedback should be prioritized. Of course, in your head it should, because you're playing it daily. And I get it. It might seem like an asinine comment to say, but what do you play daily? But it's like when you cater to the smaller, like hardcore gamers in any game, you ignore the vast majority of casuals who might not play daily, but come back every now and again and might spend here and there. You know, it's like competitive games mess up with this sometimes, or games that are PvP, and they might have an esports part of the game, and they'll cater to the top 1% of the top 1% really heavily and ignore the vast majority of players, because they're like, well, the best people are playing every day are saying this is a problem, but it's not for everybody else because they're not that good at the game and they don't play the game that much, and they kind of get ignored. And then you get a lot of those players go, do you know what? Let's bounce. And then you end up with dead games then, because the small core audience was listened to, but that's all you have left in the end. You know, because all of the other people who might come in and pop out and come back. And at the end of the day, that's what a healthy community is. You have really a really hardcore audience, and then you have a more casual audience, and then you have people who just pop in very rarely. And all of those people's feedback should be listened to, because that's what's going to make the game grow.
Box about it. And I think that that is what we should be focusing on. So I'm going to leave it with that, and I'll put it like this to all y'all. In conclusion, right? Genshin 5.0's update is not something that I think you, me, or anyone else should be even concerned about. In fact, I think we should be more than happy, and we should be, you know, helping those and welcoming those back to their game. That, you know, they were...
Go on, let's see. Yeah, don't let the door at you on the way. Fuck off.
only here for certain reasons, and they're going back to their main game.
Yeah, you want to come here for the free fucking beers. Yeah, go on, fuck off. You don't spend any money at the bar.
And you know what? This only allows the Weathering Waves community to grow stronger and be able to grow and be better without a constant comparison to Genshin Impact. See what I'm saying? But I tell you what, you guys tell me what you believe. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give a like to the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you agree with everything, because we do daily content here on the channel. And above all else, guys, join the Discord. There is a link in the description below. It's going to say Discord. You click it, come in. I'm posting up music, you know, like we do normally in our videos and stuff like this. We posting up more music stuff that's in there. We're talking more about Weather and Wave stuff. And we even talk about other gacha games in there. Don't worry about it. I basically am trying to create a little community that if you feel alienated by all the other communities and you want a place where you could just be free to be yourself, by all means, come on in. All right? But y'all take it easy. You have a good one. Stay classy, stay jazzy, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.
I like this dude's vibe. I do like his vibe. I agree in the premise that I don't think an update for Genshin Impact is going to kill Wuthering Waves. Again, I think this game separates itself enough that if you enjoy this game, I don't think anything that Genshin Impact can add will stop you enjoying this game, because fundamentally the thing that I believe this game has that sets it far apart from Genshin Impact is the combat. Now, you can argue whether it's better or not. I think it is, but it's just fundamentally different in a mechanical way that separates it. Now, I want the game to have more identity, so I don't think that will kill it. I think it will pull people away who will go and play that for a bit and go through the content and then maybe come back when Wuthering Waves has got an update, of course. If you've got through a majority of the content at the moment and you're kind of just waiting for an update, why are you not going to go and play a game that you've played before unless you just hate that game now? So I definitely think it will pull people away. But then, yeah, going back to, like I said, the stuff about the community, I just disagree on some of that stuff. I understand what he's saying, and I know he's coming from a good place with it. I do. I'm not attacking him on that. I just think that we can't necessarily write off criticism from other people because they're not a fan, or they don't play the game as regularly as you do, or they might prefer another game. Because at the end of the day, I think sometimes when you're in a business, of course you want to listen to the people who are buying your product. Of course you do. But you're doing something right with them. So you need to keep doing what you're doing and expand on that. But you need to listen to the people who are not interested in your product as well and see why they're not interested in your product and try and cater to them as well without alienating your original customers. That's how you get on in business, really. And that's how Wuthering Waves are going to do as well as they possibly can. They're going to listen to the player base, and they're going to listen to people who might become players. I think that's the best way to go about it. And I think arguing that, well, our criticism's true criticism, it's true feedback, it's going to be better for the game. Hey, it might be, but I don't think that's a great premise to start your argument in regards to what you think is best for the game. Because at the end of the day, I think we know what's wrong with games, but we don't necessarily know what's best for the games. I think that's up to the developer to look at everything that's coming in, filter it out, and then action it, and then hopefully they make the right choice. But yeah, good video. I enjoyed that. I like a little yap now and again. But Foxhole, check him out. Show him some love. I'm going to drop it a like. I'm going to drop him a sub, actually. I thought I was subbed to this dude. We've watched one of his videos before, actually. But yeah, I like his vibe. I do like his vibe. What do you think? What do you think, chat? What do you think? Yeah, no, still not released. For PS5, yeah. Really need to stop comparing one game to the next in terms of X game kill. Again, she's not going to kill Wuthering Waves because they offer different games and offer different things to his play base. Exactly, yeah. For me, for the most part, games usually kill themselves, you know? And I'm not saying competition can't draw people away. But at the end of the day, if you are making a great product, it's going to sell itself, isn't it? If you're making a subpar product, it's going to kill itself at the end of the day. Just because something else is really good over there, especially in the gacha space, because they're designed to let you bounce between them, aren't they? You know? At the end of the day, they are designed to make you bounce between them. So it's not so much like, well, I've stopped playing this MMO because I'm playing this MMO because I'm on it all the time. You know, you're grinding it all the time. With gacha games, you know, you can do your dailies, you have lulls, you can bounce out the game and come back, and if another game's going up that, you can go over there. And like I say, we're kind of like refugees, aren't we? You know, you bounce around a little bit. I just hope Wuthering Waves does well, to be honest. What's going on, Chase? I agree. I want it to do well as well because I really like the game. And at the end of the day, I want things I enjoy to continue so I can continue to enjoy them. So I agree as that as well. I hope it does well. You know, I don't ever expect it to get to Genshin heights, and I don't think it needs to. As long as Kuro can make enough money that they can keep putting that cash back into the game and it's profitable enough for them to be like, okay, this is a priority for us because we're making money and we get a good product at the end of it and it lasts for as long as I care about it, then I'll be happy. I will be happy. You get some people though, the glaze down. They will look how much more game made this month. And it's like, has it made your game better? It's like, well, no. But I think one of the dudes who owns it bought a yacht. It's like, well, that's good for you then, isn't it? Then you can talk about how one of the board members of your favourite game has just bought a new yacht. Hope that makes you happy at night. Yeah. But I do, I agree. I agree. Give me a second, yeah. Okay. Alright. I was gonna watch another video, but it's 2:45, man. I've been fucking yapping for what? How long have I been live? 22 hours. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. Let's play some video games. Right, that's what we're here to do. We're gonna play some Terra Fantasy. And then if we've got time, might do a little bit of Wuthering Waves dailies, but I don't know if we will. This evening, I am going to be playing Deadside. Guys, I am going to, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it now, actually. It's up to you. Obviously, you don't have to. This channel is called Gachapon Pixel, but I am going to be making some other content on this channel, okay? There will be gacha content on here, but it'll be like a bit more variety based, you know? Let's check this out. Wuthering Waves version 1.1 trailer, full reveal. It'll be more like things like that, little trailers, things that like maybe I feel like not to put on the main channel. And it'll be other games as well. Like I'm going to stream Deadlock this evening. I'm going to stream that on that channel because I just think it's best to keep this mainly for gacha and anime and the sort of crossovers there. And then, you know, other games will pop onto that channel. So there's a link in the chat there on Twitch and on YouTube. On Twitch, it doesn't really matter so much because Twitch, I'll just stream. So, you know, if you're watching on Twitch, you'll be getting all the content. But if you're watching on my main channel, there'll be certain streams. You might be like, oh, you streamed last night. It's because you know, I don't want to muddy the water too much, basically. Because YouTube doesn't like that sometimes. And not that I'm chasing, like, I'm doing it because, you know, I've got to chase the views. It's just because, people come for that content, I guess. A lot of people have been subscribing recently. And, you know, they're going to be like, well, I don't care about this, bro. You know, I want to give people what they want in that regard. You know? Try and be a good kuro. Be a good kuro. My only complaint is the ecosystem. Everything else is good or okay. I agree. Like I say, I by no means think the game is perfect. It's got issues. There's things I'd love to see in the game. You know, again, I was one of the people who had an issue with the character switching for shooting puzzles. Good little fix. You know, stamina storage. Good little fix. The lock-on system, I was a bit of a moaner about that when it came in. Good little fix. 120 FPS, great little fix. Ray tracing's coming, great little fix. These are more like quality of life and optional things. And then obviously there's more gameplay sort of stuff that I'd like to see applied to the game as well. That hopefully will come. And I agree, the ecosystem could do with being tweaked. Just a little bit, you know? Just a little tweak. Hey Cyber, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Hello. How is things? Oh, yo, guys, as well, if you are watching on the YouTubes, be sure to drop a like on the stream. It's very much appreciated. It helps out a lot as well. You know, tickle the like button, all that good stuff. All right, get into it then. Yeah, we gotta do a little bit more, yeah, to get there. A little bit more. Can't do any of those events just yet. I need to start spending my daily stamina as well, don't I? I got something. Ooh, can go compete. Make Lynn special weapon order 10 times. Ooh. I can share the clear night full of stars with everyone. Lynn 50%. What's this? Oh, is it for match? Ooh. I like lean. I like lean. Okay. Is there anything in here for me? No, no freebies, no freebies, no freebies. Give me that, I'll take that. Thank you very much. You got anything else for me in here? No. No. Okay, cool. Let's get some food. Give me some munch, Mia. Give me some munch.
Executing food preparation sequence. Please wait. Mia is currently executing food preparation sequence. Please wait.
That looks like a nice burger. A chicken burger. Volt damage down. Shut up. When it says volt damage down, does that mean against me? Or what? Well, can you like run these missions again or something for better clears? I don't know how to daily bounty. What does that say? Please select bounty region. Do some desert predator, shall we? Usually the first thing it gives me more stamina. Oh, look. It's actually in my inventory. Yeah, it's not in my little food slot, is it? Yeah, I was playing some Deadlock last night. I really like that game. I really like it. It is a lot of fun. But like I say, I'm going to separate that, put it on the other channel. That Gachapon channel was going to be specifically for gacha, but this channel's kind of just evolved into that now, just by the very nature of just like, it's just, I've been playing a lot of gacha stuff and reacting to stuff, so it's becoming now. So I'm thinking, you know, let's make that the channel that's going to have a lot of gacha stuff on it, but it's going to be a bit more variety based, like, you know what I mean? And you know, just whatever. Sometimes it's just be like, just content that I think like, well, I kind of want to upload that, but I don't want to upload it on this channel as well. This mushroom here, yeah? Oh, it permanently increases max endurance. Wait, so can I eat it? Can I increase it again? Get 1 out of 10. Usage limit to this current level raises limit by reaching level 55. I can 1 out of 10 of the usage limit at the current level. So I can use 10 at this current level, yeah, and then I'll get more as I level up. So I can use that, yeah. 600. Nice. Nice one, brother man. Appreciate ya. I really should level up some of my gear, shouldn't I? To level up some of this shit. Let's do it. I need to get... Is it everything up to level 5 and I'll get like a bonus or something? 16 mushrooms in total. Nice one, man. Appreciate ya. Leave them at that. Oh, no, this one's at 4. Bygone Phantasm, Crystal Dust Sword, Daily Supply, Black Market Supply Box. What's a Bygone Phantasm? Unlocks at level 55. Oh, can't do that then. What level am I? I don't even know what level I am, actually. I'm level 50, so I'm not far off that then, yeah? Hey, what's going on, Sutta? What's going on, buddy? Welcome to the stream. How you doing, fella? Doing, lad. Doing. I could have got that, yeah. It goes well, dude. Thank you. Goes very well. Nice. The music sounds super quiet in this area now. It's because in Aurora it's super loud. Desperately hoping it's Friday at some point, but no, look, yeah. Yeah, it's a shame, man, that innit? You might have to wait while I man. 10 hours, 9 hours. Sucks. Can't it just happen now? I feel you, man, I'm ready for the weekend. I've had 4 hours sleep today. Shattered. Good back day as well. I trained hard. I pushed through it, but like a couple of times in my session today, I was like, oh, I'm struggling here. I'm struggling. You got any friends? I saw you on about the Twitch app on YouTube as well, Stutzer. Do you want about when you go onto it now and it goes into that like full screen version of like someone streaming, like the vertical thing? Like browsing seems so annoying now on the app. Yeah, it's vile, isn't it? Alright, these are these. What's wrong with this? I say, going back to Wuthering Waves, I saw a lot of people was being a bit critical, talking about people who are fans of the game, being a bit critical of Shorekeeper in the fact that she's spectral, but her attacks are blue, and the people who say, well, there should be like more spectral colour. I disagree with that. You know, like, why do I have to follow other games and be like, oh, well, cool. Well, if it's this element, it has to be that colour. Like, bro, like, give me, like, you know, red blood type effects that are, like, I don't know, freaking void lightning. You know, give me, like, a red blood lightning or something like that. I'd be so here for that. You know, like blue fusion attacks and stuff. Down. Yeah, that's the way it should be. And then it gets all a little boring, doesn't it? With some cool looking effects. Don't pigeonhole yourself. Anyway, it's fantasy. But it's lightning. It's gotta be a purpley lightning color. Then it's like, nah, dude. Like, bro, just how cool. Imagine, like, I don't know. Let's just picture Caltero. His attacks being like green or red. Some lightning coming down out the sky, red. That'd be sick. I'd be so sick. What's this? Bonding summer camp.
I'm on a roll, ready for any mission.
Matching what? Again, with other people? I don't know, there's some weird parasocial stuff for people. Bro, are you kidding me? Why can't I use my vehicle? Isn't me a combat house because these fuckers are on me here? Yeah, somebody was saying as well that I can have a couple of sets of relics, can't I? In my comments on my video. So I don't have to keep, like, taking relics off and on. How does that work? List. That's just the list we're on, yeah. Well, have I not unlocked that yet? So, like, so I can have cybernetic arm jetpack, and then I can, like, have a... You should try doing fruit stack if you want to farm the event in solo and quick. It's 5 sets when I go to deploy. Oh, is that? Oh, yeah. Oh, awesome. Okay. Let's put the Pelican in there. Guess the jet board as well in there. And then third set. Let's go with the cybernetic arm and the missile barrage. What's wrong with purple? How do I switch through them now? What key do I use to switch through them? Ah, G. Oh, let's go. Shout out to Lily for that. I think it was on my comments. Said that. Pretty sure it was kind of late last night when I read the comment. I was half asleep. Let's go. Clutch! Freaking clutch! That's what I'm talking about. Nice quality of life little thing there, that is. Good, 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 good. Good. Give me that, thank you very much. Right. Daily stuff. So I got my stamina here. What am I spending this on? Oh, I can spend it on... I'll just spend it on stuff in game. Do I? I don't... Or can I actually go and do stuff with it? Or I can just buy stuff straight with it, can I? I guess, I'm assuming. Weapon balance.
I'm on a roll, ready for any mission.
Oh, I need 10 of these tickets as well, by the looks of that. A gift. Okay, I can't do that then. Okay. You spend time on seeing things in the third tab. What, this stuff here, yeah? Dimensional try. Oh, yeah, yeah, I see it now. I see it. Nice, I do appreciate it. Okay, alright. Let's... What's this dimensional trial? So can I do this solo? See, this, even though like I'm trying to do this,
today's pretty
instance
peaceful,
difficulty very
right?
low. Use quick battle to get the reward immediately. Kind of want to enter it just to have a look at it. So I can do it solo, I'm assuming, yeah, and then I can matchmake. This is what I was saying that Wuthering Waves needs. The Wuthering Waves, the Wuthering Waves, the Wuthering Waves. I know I probably should skip it, like, but I'm just curious to see what it's like, you know? I think Asmongold's reacting to this one Japanese girl that I watched the other week on TikTok. Fucking hell. She lives in... There's part of me is questioning whether it's real, because she's like this attractive Japanese girl, and she lives in a hovel. Now, I know there's a lot of mental health issues in Japan because it kind of doesn't get taken seriously, like. But, like, I don't know if it's just a place that like she's got to make content out of. But like she had like this induction heater bowl,
different.
and it was just full of fucking insects, man. I don't know what they were. I don't think they were roaches. They were small, and like she like emptied them all out, but like they'd stained all the bottom of the bowl. I don't know if it was just like the decaying parts of older ones, and she was cooking up in it, but you could never tell quite if she cooked up in that one or she got a second one that she swapped it out for. And like there was bugs everywhere in the place, crawling all over the place, and it was just like one of them things like, ah, you know, it just makes you shudder. But like it seems like there's a lot of people doing that on TikTok, and I don't know if it's just a thing, you know, like because people click on it to be like, oh my god, they can't help themselves kind of thing. Yeah, man, fucking nasty. We should do a quick battle next time. We'll talk clear a sec. Yeah, I'm just curious to see what it was. Just curious. Over there.
Get out of my way.
So, do the areas get bigger, or do the enemies just get more difficult? I was the MVP, guys. I was the MVP, you know. Most valued player of 1. Okay, awesome. Do joint operations. Do I have to play that with other people? Is it like random what you get? 5 matches, enter anyway. Increase frost damage to enemies by 35%. Okay, we're getting affixes. Instant rewards. Daily first clear. Find a team, enter anyway. So that'll go solo if I do that. You can do it solo, but it'll take a while. Ah, fuck it, let's do it solo. Let's have a look. Curious anyway, curious to see what it is. We can always, you know, obviously when we're properly farming, we'll do it with other people. So is it kind of like a mini raid or something, is it then? Or is it just like a little dungeon?
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Weak. Get out of my way.
Okay, these guys actually hit. Kinda can't see what they're doing though because of the my own robots. Kinda hard to dodge.
It's over. Stand down.
Yeah, my bots are kind of in the way. I'm not telling them to fuck off.
Get out of my way. Watch this.
What's going on, Tara? I just did first dabble at Dailies in the joint operation. I just thought I'd go solo though. I did my dailies and let my neighbours pop out for a potty break. There, Woodies, lad. There, Woodies.
Stand down. Oops. Weak. Out of my way.
When you do it with other people, are the bot's not here? Because the bot's kind of annoying me.
Oh no. Stand down. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Oops.
Oops.
Weak. Watch this.
Ooh, don't want to be involved in that. I don't want to be involved in that.
Get out of my way.
Pussy. You just got a 4G simulation race. Oh, was he? Oh, nice. Okay, he's after. So. Okay. Oh, so there's actually a little bit of something to this. Interesting. This looks cool. I missed my tip.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm guessing there's some sort of tip there that I needed to know.
Watch this. It's over. Stand down.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit, I'm getting fucked up. How do I, there we go.
Get out of my way.
Oh shit, that does a lot of damage.
Over. Get out of my way.
So yeah, hitting that second, whatever it is, you know, when you go on the second move, it really boosts your healing, doesn't it? Massively.
It's over.
That's insane. I'm assuming that
Stand
I can do
down.
something with those orbs that are surrounding it, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Watch this. Get out of my way. Oh no.
Oh, she's got a beast, man. Where'd you go?
It's over.
Dude, I'm
Oops.
trying to tab target this. I'm gonna get fucked. I was trying to target my echo then, I couldn't target it. Oh, bad decisions to try and eat.
Oh no.
Holy shit, dude.
Stand down.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get pressed here. I can see. I think we might have a hubris. Was that a problem? Hubris was that a problem? Oh, weapons up.
No. Get out of my way. It's over. Get out of my way. Stand down.
I'm getting a little bit better at that now, but making sure I'm switching. Oh, oh. I want to be in there. I want to be in there. You don't want to be in there, boys. Dude, those AoE attacks are insane.
Get out of my way. Stand down. Weak. Stand down.
Reminds me of the flautists.
down.
Oh shit, I'm stuck.
It's over.
I can't change weapons and she's doing whatever she's doing there, yeah.
Stand down.
Oh.
Oops.
Oh shit. We don't want to die.
Watch this. Stand down. It's over.
Doing my robots on screen, it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing a lot of the time.
No. Watch this. It's over. Stand down. Oops.
Up.
Watch this. It's over. No. Get out of my way. Stand down. It's over. Get out of my way.
I can't even use my weapon, can I?
It's over.
Yeah, bitch!
Stand down.
This is a fight, this was.
Watch this.
Damn! Okay, alright. That was a little bit sweaty. I can see how going in with other people would definitely make that a lot a lot more easy to get through. Jeez! Spent 90 vitality, currently at 332 to open this box. Some purple boots.
Yeah.
Fuck, I want them for. Yeah, definitely, definitely something to do with people. To do with other people, definitely. We'll just, anyway, auto leave. Oh, I'm just gonna blow it back in a sec.
Well, today's pretty peaceful, right? I'm on a roll, ready for any mission. This place looks different. Well, today's pretty peaceful, right?
All call content made for 4 people, so it might be impossible to do it alone. It will take a huge amount of time. Oh yeah, definitely. What's it now? Doing that with other peeps. Just kind of wanted to test it. Give it a whirl, you know. Give it a whirl. Have a little dabble, cheeky dabble. We still got a lot to spend it, right? It's interstellar exploration. Is he just going on looking for stuff, is it? Stargates will appear at random locations across the world. That Stargate icon. You've piqued my interest. I'm intrigued. That just automatically pushed me on it. Oh, okay. Ignore that. Yeah, I'm down to do some four people stuff though. Have I already been in one? I don't know if I've been in one of these. I feel like I've gone through a purple door like this before, but it was just in the overworld. Was that just one of those? Yeah. Okay, alright, cool. Well, the bot's just dealing with shit. Alright. I guess you can almost auto this, can't you, in a way? Put it on the okay, the bots are just fucking murdering them. Oh, you can kill them when they're inside there. I didn't realize you could do that. I thought you had to wait till they came out.
Stand down. It's over. Weak. It's over.
Got that tune in my head now, man. Oh, what did that say? What's this here? Funny man, Wings has been playing Battlefield again recently. Dude thinks he's so freaking good at the game, it's funny. Okay. We done did that. We claim more things. What's this here? Sweet. Okay, I think I'm just gonna do a couple of these because they're kind of quick, aren't they? What did you get out of them? Nano coating. Development new technology for augmenting weapons. Augmenting weapons. Okay. So do they go up in difficulty once you've cleared these, or are they all just like this for dailies, just a quick spam through like? Oh, it's all down here. Shit, bro. The dailies are not that quick, are they? Because once I've got more of the map open, these sort of things I can like fly through. And I suppose those co-op things are probably a lot quicker to do when you're with other people, I guess. I've only got one! I got one! I actually got one! What's this here? Retreat. Oh. We need to get back to Meroria, don't we? We'll go do this, and then we'll head back to Meroria. Oops. Stop pointing. Dailies can be pretty quick. Takes like 5 minutes of the bounties. You can clear dimensional trials in seconds. Or you just do 2-point joint ups a day to spend the stamina. Right, okay. We'll probably get it. We'll get a bit more efficient at them. Let's go get this thing. You can do dungeon materials in menu. After you get a bit stronger, you can skip fights and just get reward right away, saving a lot of time. Right, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beaver cam. What's that one? There's a space rift over here as well, isn't there? What's that? It is. Oh wow! Fuck, I don't know. Quite a decent bit of range on it, hasn't it? The grapple actually. Oh yeah, man, look how much more stamina I got now, man. Let's go. Oh, I'm feeling it today. Did back today. Proper feeling my forearms. I had to try and start training my forearms a bit more as well now. Like, starting to get enough strength in like bench and back exercises. My forearms I'm kind of getting left behind. I'm going to end up getting these ones. You know, I've over-leveled some sets of gear and under-leveled some. They guys take a little bit more damage. I don't think you have actually, yeah. I'm pretty sure, like, huh? Not that I could think of. Oh, I was gonna try to push him off. He ended up on the outside of the force field. Thought maybe I could have dashed him off the edge then. No, he's helping me, but still. So yeah, guys, like I said, if you want to follow my other YouTube channel, I'm going to pop a link in the chat again. Obviously, up to you guys. Because I'll be doing some other content as well. It's a new channel. I'll be doing some other content as well, alongside the stuff that I'm doing now. It's not going to be exclusively non-gacha stuff. There is going to be, like, at the minute, most of the content over there is gacha content. But I want this channel mainly now to be more related around things like Wuthering Waves, Tower of Fantasy, you know, gacha games. There will be content on here now and then that's not specifically gacha related, but we'll probably have some kind of overlap, or at least I hope there will. Sometimes it might not, it won't bang, and we'll just, whatever, we won't do it again. But that channel is going to have a lot more just variety stuff on there. Like I say, there will be some gacha stuff, but like I'm playing Deadlock tonight, we'll play that over there. If I'm feeling to play something like Valorant, we'll play it over there, kind of thing. It'll be on Twitch as well, so if you follow me on Twitch, then you get whatever on Twitch. And I will upload videos there as well. Like I say, there'll be videos that either I decided not to upload here for whatever reason, or they're just like, okay, we're talking about this game. People on this channel probably don't care about this particular game. You know, so we'll stick it on there, like, you know what I mean? That's the plan anyway. Should we do a little bit of missions then, shall we? Do some more of our dailies in a bit. We'll do some missions though. How much have I got left on my dailies actually? 186. I've got quite a bit. Alright. Let's get to Miroria then, lads and ladies. I spent 120 wave plates and had 170 reserves. Sent those and solvent to my normal plates, and wham, 239 plates, and then I get one more, and my storage starts to fill again. It is good. That's why I was saying that all gacha games should launch with a storage system, or whatever they want to insert, whatever like terminology they want to use for it. But all gacha games should have that off the bat. If it's going to have a stamina system in regards to map farming, you know, I think there should be some sort of storage system. So if you decide to take a few days off, you're not missing out. You can at least get 50% of what you were going to get, you know.
Mr. Cowell, how has it been in Miroria?
All is well, Miss Lynn, Executor, and Miss Shirley.
Miss
You had a
Shirley?
long journey.
You got a twin?
Yes. Does Archon Larson have a moment?
Is it for reporting on the situation of Inners? Archon Larson would prefer to meet tomorrow,
Is that just a
if
book?
it is okay.
Or is he actually got a twin?
Have a good rest tonight.
That's okay. I still have some information to sort out. Please, get some rest in Miraflora Hall. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Okay. Return to Miraflora Hall. I don't think I can fast travel there, can I? The ray tracing's pretty alright in this game, isn't it? Like, the reflections look gorgeous. Gamma, gamma, gamma. What's this? Welcome from Lilliput. Reduces target size for 10 seconds after shrinking. What are... Sends the target for 10 seconds. How do these work? Are they consumables or something? Or are they used for a game? Special operations gun equipped with a Sweetie miniature simulacrum simulator. The toy guns for transforming other players into random
I'm
stuff.
on a roll, ready for any mission.
Oh, what, like when you're just rolling around the overworld, like? It's like another character I could just go up to him and just like, blunk! Okay. I'll turn him into a dog. That's kind of cool. I like those little things though, you know, they're cool though.
This place looks different.
I need to get everything in this to unlock the next one, yeah. It's a palace. Looks like Johnny Bravo or some shit. Oh, is there different ones? They have different stuff in... Oh, they do, yeah. Sweetie. Provide 3 minutes of Sweetie simulation after use. Sweetie simulation? Was it so you look like the character a little bit or something? What? What? Did I just get a character?
Well, today's pretty peaceful, right?
Matrix. Oh, it's a Matrix. Okay, okay. Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. That's good, though, yeah. That's good. Nice. She looks like Andy from the Zenless. Alright, now, yeah, gacha within gacha. Hi, Avery. Hold on a second, man. Dog's going mental.
I'm on a roll, ready for any mission. This place looks different.
Shopping delivery. How dare you, Ambi? He's one of a kind angel. Do not besmirch your name. If you didn't hate the combat instantly, sounds here I play for Ambi. I didn't know I could do that. Lost my I lost my mouse. Yeah, we need to turn the music down again now, don't we? We turned it up, it's fucking... It's a raving, Miroria. It's cool, though. Excuse me, sorry. Did she ever get a day off? No bar over here.
We're back. I feel relaxed all of a sudden. So many things happened lately.
She
Sure
seems really
enough,
good for that.
I still care a great deal about the Angels of Clemency. They seem to know everything on Vera's side. How do they do it?
Revealing this without any scruples shows your confidence in it.
I care a lot about myself. Could it be... After all, they're always talking about the works of the sage and things
I was
like
shouldn't
that.
have turned the TV on.
Don't worry. Didn't you perform a thorough check in Hykros? Everything will be okay. As I've mentioned before, they've been watching Vera. If there really are heirs of Ida forces in Vera, they would have reached here long before us. I'm sure Archon Larson and his aides will make a wise decision regarding this.
Uh-huh. All in all, I am very happy to see the two parties united by a common goal, and I hope for the best for the future.
Sorry for the wait.
When you put it that way, I feel a little relieved. You must be tired. Get some rest tonight.
Why bother to let us see the
Okay.
outside world?
Just two robo girls hanging out together, you know.
One day, you will understand. You and us. We are the same. Let this song be our farewell gift.
This is a character trailer or something. I'm invested. I guess so, yeah.
This place looks different.
I need to get a pet and stuff, man. Savage sleep brings a whole new meaning to the term cybersex. For real. Next day.
Ma'am, I've located and targeted claim number
282 sizzling meats.
Should pay for this.
Again, any sort of efficiency or anything with cooking.
Sorry for the wait. Outlaw, you're the last one. If you want us imprisoned, then why
Why's it
bother
gonna flicker in?
to see the outside world? Lyra, one day you will understand. You and us, we are the same. Let this song be our farewell gift.
Kinda wouldn't mind pulling on her. On the TV, who's causing that to flicker? Oh, it wasn't. It's just flickering. What's going on there? The particular menu's like flickering. How'd you get those coupon ticket things? Do you really want to get Lyra? I mean, Lean. Oh, wait. Can't use that on... Huh? Red nucleus. Red nucleus mirrors shadow. Okay, so it is a different one? Oh, yes. Or not? First ball, give her. No. Fuck you then. Fuck you then. I'll have a look at the trial. So yeah, Shadow Weave. Sick for Ariel, yeah. I like, kind of like that though. Kind of like that though. Six only when she came out, good times. Lynn, the old one was most of the old ones do A3, A6 to work. Not as kind of bet in terms of damage as a new one. Get fucked, bot. Ha! Can't post your links now, can ya? Rat. I know he's not nowhere there, but still. I'll call you a rat. Why not? In the hotel lobby. You know? Won't hurt. Right, then let's check this out. Wuthering Waves version 1. Fucking Waves version 1.
I'm on a roll, ready for any mission.
I'm on a roll. Do it hopping on WuWa. My dailies. And this little old car the other day, one of the little toys I had when I was a kid. Look, it was from. Check, it's tiny. The core. Oh man, you playing Liverpool the weekend. Oh. Looking forward to it though. Thought we can beat the Scaves bastards. Hey, Kenny. Ah, no worries, no worries. Appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully you're doing well also. Some quite vast areas in this game, isn't there?
Welcome, honorable guests from Domain 9. I am Archon Larson of District 7.
Archon Larson, it's an honor to meet you.
Miss Lon, the Vera region and Domain 9 are both affected by gray space entities. For this, we have the same target and goal. If we are willing to share what we know, our fight against those gray space entities will be more efficient.
Can't agree more, Archon Larson. The information Vera has gathered is very important.
Based on the findings of this trip, we are now certain that the disconnection between Meroria and Inners was premeditated and carefully calculated by gray space entities. The disguiser lurking in Inners assisted a group of gray space entities in accumulating power. Their goal was the subsequent Abyss Current. It's not yet clear exactly how the Abyss Current was formed, or how it works, but so far, it appears to be an entrance to another plane, through which those gray space entities attempted to penetrate Domain 9. We have removed most of the gray space entities, but this can only delay their operation. We must close the Abyss Current to solve this crisis. However, we haven't found any effective solution.
The Abyss Current is a fairly common occurrence in Domain 9. It's a distorted space-time area caused by the powers of gray space entities. Usually, such a current would disappear on its own once the order is restored in the concerned space-time. A timestamp can be used to locate a relatively stable spot in a distorted space-time, which will be the starting point for settling the area. Conroe and I tried to close this Abyss Current with a timestamp, but the space-time distortion was so great that the timestamp did little.
I've assigned a team to study the Abyss Current under the Grand Sea. Once we have more information, we should be able to figure out how to close it. Lynn, take charge of the underwater Abyss Current. That's it for today. Miss Lon, I'd love to hear more about Domain 9.
Yes, I'll be on call at all times.
Domain 9.
Yeah. I really hope we can find a way soon to close the Abyss Current.
Dr. Clive and his team are working on it. We hope to hear good news soon. Until then, be patient and preserve your energy. I'm going to check on Ruby at the security force. Are you coming?
Ruby is with the security force?
Yes. When Shelly is busy, Saki helps with her care.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, on that note, I am gonna hop on to WuWa for a little bit. Jump onto a little bit of Wuthering Ways. A little bit of Wuthering Ways. For a few moments. Genshin's definitely taking over Twitch at the minute. I mean, taking over Wuthering Waves on Twitch, and it's like, what, 30,000 people watching when I last looked? How many people are watching now? 31k. It's like 800 people on what's it? So like I said in that video that was reacted to, it's definitely safe to say that some people are gonna move over. He's playing Terra Fantasy. Terra Fantasy's got a few people watching. It's unusual. Oh, Gadiel's playing. That's why like 300 people watching. Oh, Wuthering Ways. What's Wuthering Ways doing? Open, man. Let me play. Let me in. By the way, the Evangelion quest is worth doing for Terra Fantasy if you get the chance. I didn't even know there was one. Pardon me. Yeah. What a win. What a win waves. Not booted up yet, has it? Trailing me. Oh, okay. I have to do that quest then. Yeah, I have to do that. I was gonna say I've got a bunch. Actually, is that them what I call them different, like almost like companion quests that you can do? Yeah, yeah, we'll have to do some of them. I love a Snickers, man. Shreddy epic at the song and turns into a fetch quest. A Snickers, you mean a marathon? When did they become called the Snickers? I don't know if I was born then. My mum always calls them as well. Remember when I was a kid and she'd say that, you know, you want a marathon one? What the fuck's that? Was it in the 2000s? And I am old enough to know that, eh? For sure, when I was a kid there was Snickers. Yeah, at least he's 32. Oh, he's only a bit younger than me then. Alright. That's mad how smooth this game is. Like, don't get me wrong. I really like Terra Fantasy. I mean, genuinely, no cap, not just taking the piece. I like the game. I've really been pleasantly surprised by it. There's things that I like about it that I wish this game did. But there's just one thing. Even Genshin doesn't do this. When I log into this game, oh, it's just so, like, polished and smooth and just, I don't know, man. I love this game. I'm not gonna lie though, at the moment, like, I'd probably say, it was, for me, Star Rail and then probably Genshin. But like now, it's like Wuthering Waves and then maybe Star Rail, but Terra Fantasy's kind of knocking on the door of Star Rail for me. You know what I mean? Of like, you might have to go into third place actually here, because, you know, I gotta wait a few more days, you know, to get the extra what's it now. Can't buy them daily, can you? There's like a couple of days wait, isn't there, Neo?
Make it fast.
Make it fast. Plus, I love the character designs in this game. Bye, mate. I do apologize. 3 days.
Make it fast. My blade yearns.
Love that sound as well.
Make it fast.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that. I can't wait to get to that content. And like, don't get me wrong, even with the lack of polish, I have been having an absolute blast. And I wish that, and I hope in the future, this is what I was talking about earlier when we were doing some of them react videos, that I want this game to start to get its own identity. Like, it separates itself enough in regards to the combat in my eyes, and some other things, but mainly the combat and how good it is. But I want it to like start being a bit more adventurous, you know. Go out there, try it. Not everything has to slap. I'm okay with some updates coming out, and as long as there's content there to do, and you know, the usual stuff. But they're like, do you know what, this month we're trying something here, and if it fails and people hate it, then just don't do it again. I really want them to take that risk of trying stuff like that. I think it'll only be good for the game. Right, we need to get to 50k. We've got 20k to go. I think level 6 is the maximum, isn't it? All we got to hope for here, we've got 5 pops. So let's hope we get some Eurekas, maybe. Knowledge and action. Okay, let's slam your girl in. Let's slam your other girl in. And I think we slam your boy in, yeah. Yeah. No, sorry, your girl. It's Charlie's Angels here. Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah, I agree. I would take some stuff from, well, it's not necessarily from Terra Fantasy, but in terms of the gacha space. Give me some matchmaking stuff where I can do, you know, I'll go through some enemies and then there's a boss at the end. Like, you know, mini raids, full on raids. Give me dungeons. I'd like dungeons. I want world bosses as well. I think world bosses would be a really good addition to this game. And then even like world events. Like, in my head I'm thinking like world event totem, and it pops up on the map and you can go over to it and there's like, I don't know, it's like a construct. It looks all like sort of like a hologram, or it could even be physical. And when you get there, you can click on it, you can matchmake in with people, and it spawns you all into like, let's say, an instanced part of the map. You can't just go running off and do whatever you want. You're like, it's like, it looks like you're still in the normal map, but you can't, like, obviously it's like got a bubble around it or something. And then there's just like a fucking fight, and you're doing it with other people, but it's like a hardcore fight that like takes everybody's like cooperation. I think that'd be really cool. I'd like to see some stuff like that. I must admit, this event's been a lot better than I thought. Well, I'd like them to take something from this event as well. See how we got all these little cute chibis? Give me like a little event that comes out where whatever, I don't know what the premise of the event is, but it's got like a turn-based combat mode in the event, and it's like tiled, and you can like put your characters on the tiles and move them about for the combat, and it's all the little chibis, and it's turn-based. I think that'd be really cool. I do. I keep banging on about it. It's just like, it's in my head, man, and I'm just like, oh, I can't get it out. That needs to happen. That does. I'd really like to see that. Should we try and flip a bit more cash? Come on, give me a Eureka, please. Please. Let's take Jinsei for the action, Zhang Yao for the teamwork. Do we go with Jiang? It's not the best, but we'll go with it. 90 turn-based rush, hated Star Rail. That's fair. I understand some people. I think for me, I grew up on like Final Fantasy and stuff, so it's always got a soft spot for me. And I think it'd be better if it was just a little mod, because I love Star Rail, but I think, and I like that cat fantasy as well. I think that one of the things with turn-based games, though, in the gacha space, it exacerbates the gacha system more because the game's just pure numbers, which I know they all are in a way, but like, you've got some control over it because of what you're doing. But with turn-based, you have no control over other than selecting your abilities at the right time kind of thing, or doing the right cycle or rotation or whatever. And it really, it separates the haves and have-nots, like, you know what I mean? Hey, let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Big money, baby. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Come on, do it again. Give me another Eureka. I want another one. I want another one. She's best to go with, isn't she? It's giving us good action. Not the best knowledge, but good action. Like, I quite like this little game mode. It's alright. And this is the sort of stuff that I did ask for. This kind of like abstract way of playing the game. That you're playing the game, but you're doing it in a totally different way. It's got nothing to do with the standard combat. I like that. Yes, yes. 576%, boys and girls. Let's go. What's that giving us? Ooh, baby. Oh, 4 mil. 4 mil. We should be able to pretty much I think almost max us out. Yeah, it should get us the last 20k hopefully. Another knowledge and action one, yeah. Maybe we remove Changli. I mean, Yinlin and go with Changli. Balance it out a little bit more. I think the chibis are so cute though as well. So I think as well, they've got so many potential to do like different stuff in this game. Because it's like it works within the lore as well. Because you got the sonorospheres, you could twist it all up and like have, you know, it like almost, because it is like a different reality. Kind of cool if you could like do some sort of stuff in other ways with the chibis as well. You know, they go in and then, you know, it's still, oh, you bitch, have it voiced and everything, because it's like, it's almost like a multiverse in a way. Can I get any more out of these now? I don't think I can I? Can I? Can I max out the bars at all? Curious. Oh, I can. Oh, nice. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Nice. Eureka me. Eureka me. Let's go. Fuck off. You gonna do me like that, bro? What are you gonna do me like that for? Teamwork and action. Best, easy. It's probably the best all around, yeah. Not getting such a maximum number on either, but yeah, buddy. Eureka me. Come on. Come on. Don't shaft me this time. Punch these little fuckers in the face. Right. Robbed. Absolutely robbed. Riddle, twiddle. Bah. Okay, that's maxed out. That's maxed out as well. I don't think we're going to be able to get everything, are we? I look 12k off. Bitch. Ogre. Ogre. Where we at? 40k. Still 10k off. Close, but no cigar. Speaking of Snickers, you guys try the Snickers ice cream? I'll look them all, dude. We got him at plus 200 now, yeah? Nice. Nice. Oh, do I need to go sneak to check? Yeah, they're cutting the dude, man. So Moorish. Yeah, Mars are good as well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, they said that sort of stuff you put in your menu, I'm just like, oh.
Make it fast.
We're doing a more in the moon. What you doing here, mate? Still working on unfulfilled wishes from the Moon Tree Lodge?
Not exactly. Thanks to you, every wish has been fulfilled. As for what I'm doing, consider it some kind of after-sales service.
I wish
I
Roller
write
spoke
and
as
hang the
much as
fulfilled wishes.
main character in
When the wisher
Final Fantasy.
cannot do it themselves, I do it for them.
Should have counted me in.
Then we can do it together next year. I had just finished with the last one before you arrived.
What's that?
Most
was
of the
that?
fulfilled wishes had already been put up during the festival. There weren't many left from the beginning. Don't worry about it. You've already been a huge help. It's your first time celebrating Moon Chasing Festival in Jinzhou. You deserve to have more fun. I can handle the rest on my own.
Let me help. I happen to have some spare time.
Well, you've been busy since your first day in Jinzhou.
It
If
seems
you
a bit
have some
different. I'm
time
not
to
tripping.
spare, that's more the reason to save that time for yourself. Time flies when we're having fun.
True.
As the festivities wind down, the Moonlit Fair's stalls remain open. Perhaps you'd like to visit for one last round. You may even find some deals and specials at this time. Having been to the fair every year, I always make time to explore the stalls that catch my interest. Stay with us in Jinzhou for a couple more years, then I'm sure you'll become very familiar with the fair too. Indeed, I find joy in scientific research. Immersing myself in data and theories, verifying various possibilities, it's a blissful experience. But sometimes, taking a break from work to join the
Hey
jubilant
dude,
crowd
you
brings a
love what
different
you
kind
do,
of
you'll
joy.
never work a day in your life. And which one is your favourite stall so far?
My favorite stall. You've probably been there already. But if I have to choose one... Shall I just show you in person?
Lead you to a certain place. Is that the moon shooter game over there?
Yes. I remember you seemed to enjoy it last time. With your exceptional prowess in combat, I bet you're good at shooting too.
I don't like to, you know. What's the word I'm looking for? What is it? Blow your own horn? Blow your own trumpet? Whatever, anyway. One of them. Yeah, I'm confident in my shooting skills.
Then, may I suggest something more challenging?
Well, let's go. What we do? Tell me more.
Moon Shooter is very popular. While the stall owner changes the targets daily, the frequent use has caused some wear and tear. That's why we need to lower the muzzle a bit. Make it easier to hit the bullseye. Now here's the exciting part. Rotate the gun slightly and align it with the rabbit's ear. Then you may hit 2 targets simultaneously. It's all about finding the right angle, and the bullet might rebound toward the next one.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
2 at
You'll need to
once.
use the right angle and utilize the momentum. It's kind of like stone skipping.
That's new. Sounds pretty crazy. You sure it's possible?
I first tried it 2 years
I can't remember
ago.
what his weapon is. I think it's a
On good
gauntlet.
day, I could hit 3 targets at once. They've
Would be
been
kind of
using
cool
my
actually with his
record as a
robot arm if he
promotional
was.
gimmick, offering an exclusive souvenir to anyone who can break it.
So the record holder is here right before me.
With the Rover as the new challenger, I may not hold that record for long.
Man, Rover's, you know, always slinging herself about the town into with everybody. Have you ever tried one-shotting all the targets?
If I were to try that, I'd have to calculate the bullet trajectory to 2 decimal places.
That's not nice.
Which technically isn't impossible with my prosthetic hand. But I'll probably get banned from ever playing again. Rover, I'll stick to using my left hand to keep it a safe and fair competition. Well, jokes aside, I value the process more than the outcome. To me, it's all about having a good time.
Yeah, right.
After all, this isn't a science.
I bet he's going to be there later with his right hand, just like, bam, 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 trying to get a high score.
We're here to
A new
enjoy
high score.
ourselves, and I want to do
Fucking
that to the
bitch.
fullest. What do you think?
Of course, that's the whole point.
Glad we're on the same page. Can I make a request then? Will you join me for next year's moon chasing festival? You heard me. The idea came to me as we gazed at the moon side by side. While I'm not sure where you'll be, or what you'll be doing then, I want to invite you anyway. I'm not planning to have you help me with the wishes at Moontree Lodge again.
Oh look, it's
Maybe
freaking
we'll try
Abby.
another game of
Sick.
moon shooting, or go sample some new treats at Yum Yum Haven. Or we'll
I wonder
just
what they're gonna do
follow
for
the crowd
Halloween.
and see where it takes us.
I hope they do something.
Though it's still a long time before next year's celebration, I can't help but imagine what we might do together. I don't have a specific plan yet, but with you, Rover, I have
Nah,
a
they
feeling
don't. Well, I
it's
was
going to be
hoping, like,
fun.
you know, for the global audience. They don't just do Chinese holidays. It makes sense for this nation because I think it's kind of based on China. This nation is, so if like they do kind of what Genshin does, I don't know if they will. You know, like different areas will be kind of inspired by different parts of the world, maybe. But I'd like them to do a Christmas thing as well. I like it when games do like little Christmas events and Halloween. You know, when you just go into the game and it just like it's got the whole Christmas skin to it and Halloween skin. It just feels nice when you go into a game like that. Like it's one of the things that really gets me into the holiday spirit, especially when Christmas is coming up. You know, when like you certain games that you log into and like it's the Christmas events on and the snow everywhere and all the presents and the trees are made. It's like, oh yeah, it really starting to feel like Christmas now.
I see. So this is the wish you made for next year's moon chasing festival. As the caretaker of Moontree Lodge and the Xiangli Yao, I promise to make it come true.
A lighted wish. We've still got I did them all, didn't I, actually? What are these? Get my dailies out of the way then. Yeah, I love it. It's like got MMOs as well. Like, I like even like online shooter games and stuff. They've got like little hub places. Like, it's nice.
Guests of the unkind. Surrender yourself. Mine's on. Here's the blaze. Take full. Be reduced to cinders.
The cinders. Right, stop.
Together we fight. Our lights shine through.
Get out of here, buddy. Get out of here. Enemy waypoints, absorb 3 echoes.
Onwards. May I pray for anything specific for you?
We're
It would
nearly
be my
maxed
honor.
out on Jinsu now. We just need to get 2 on a Forte circuit and 2 on the outro skill, and then we're done. And then get Gian finished off. Takes ages though to do this last part of the character. It really takes ages. Little bit too long, if you ask me, but I guess it is what it is. What am I doing for money?
May I pray for anything specific for you? It would be my honor.
Need more. I need more. We always need more. I need to start doing my echoes up a little bit more as well. My echoes are starting to cause me issues now somewhat. You know, my characters themselves are in good spots, but I need to level up some of the echoes a little bit. Some of my 1-star echoes. And I could do with going to get some that are just a little bit better.
Heaven ordains. Banish all vice. Together we vanish. Feathers incinerate. Hi. Onwards.
Sorry, Mr. Goat.
Lend me your strength. Together we fight.
Oh, actually, let's kick some Horto's ass, actually, because we need some mats off these guys anyway. Might as well.
Forgive
May
me.
as well, boys
Embrace the change.
and girls.
Lend me your strength. Find harmony. Hi. Onwards.
Let me try and cop some mechos as well.
Luminous energy. Moment of awakening. Bath in starlight. I shall
No
lead the
dice.
way.
No? It really is. It's super tight and super fluid.
Onwards.
I can't wait for you to get it. Like, because the people who like are in my community are like, oh, I want to play and play. I'm really curious because like somebody who really enjoys the game. Because like I was saying this to Neil before, like I've introduced him to a couple of games. I like, as a gamer, I like not only introducing people to games, but I like to see people enjoying games for one, but especially games that I enjoy and then try it out and they actually like, oh yeah, this game's awesome. It's good. I can't wait to see what all the people who are waiting for the PlayStation version say, if I'm honest. I hope it doesn't disappoint for everybody.
Strike is one.
Hey mate, need the meat. Need the meat, fella. My bad.
Guests of the
Have you really been waiting that long, have you?
Feathers.
Definitely hope it doesn't disappoint them.
Sacred light.
I think if you like Terror Fantasy though, you should find some real enjoyment here. See, let me check actually. Does this do all? It does? It one-shots mining? That's insane. So like, not only has this like been a little quality of life update for like, you know, the shooting puzzles, you don't have to keep switching characters out to range characters. It's made mining like infinitely more efficient. You don't have to go up and physically attack them. Now some of those mining items can take 2 hits, 3 hits sometimes. You can just one hit them from range. Like it does nothing to enemies really. Barely does anything. But yeah, that's insane.
The way. Embrace the change. Thunder guide us.
Yeah, it's a gadget. Basically like your relics really. Called tools.
Fluorescent shadows.
So like you've got a sensor, a grapple, a projector, a hover droid shooter, a loop mapper, and a levitate. So you can like use that to move things around with certain puzzles. This to like put it down and then go onto the map and see like it's looped or mapped all the chests that are nearby. Which I've got to show how many chests I need to get. The projector. What do you use a projector for now? I forgot. Yeah, shit like that. There you go. Shooter, obviously. Sensor. Light detecting stuff nearby. It's kind of cool. And then obviously you got your grapple.
Leave it to me. Together we vanish.
There's like a cool potential for them to add loads of really cool stuff there as well, so interesting if see what we get in the future.
Be reduced to cinders. Mind's eye.
Sorry, Mr. Bear.
Guests of the unkind.
What do I need? One more. So I do need to start doing a bit of mint picking, to be fair.
My blade yearns. Blue. Mind's eye. Life is in everything. Lending her strength. Save me, boss. Let it end. Together we vanish. My blade yearns. Sever it. Take form.
Do you fall off, did you?
And beckon the divine flames.
You can't hide.
How do you like these?
It's like it's free asteroids to collect as well. Oh, I didn't realise I hadn't done one of these either. Oh, that's not gonna work.
Make it fast.
Here we go. I want that there, don't I? Nice.
Oh, look, shinies.
Shinies.
Guests of the unkind.
Surrender your stuff.
Ooh, just about. Just about. Said 5. I'm gonna put it off. Otherwise, I'm gonna be in the doghouse. I'm live. Oh shit.
Together we fight. Oh, stars, heed my calling.
Hey, let's go. Boy, think even though I finished it, but still.
All paths converge.
Over here somewhere, yeah.
Forgive me. Embrace the challenge. I must strong through. Sacred life.
Time to die.
Together we vanish.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, look, shinies.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, I'm gonna have to call it there. Chat. Gotta go and get Rosie from work. Thank you to everybody who's hung out today, man. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to everybody who's been watching the videos as well, guys. Another one going up tomorrow. I'll be live later again, but it'll be on Twitch. Ooh, it'll be on Twitch, and it'll be on my other YouTube channel, the one that I've recently set up. As I say, I'm going to try and keep this specifically, mainly for gacha. There'll be some sort of stuff that may be like an anime type games, you know, the kind of everything that encompasses in that space. Sometimes we'll maybe stretch out of that realm, but in the hopes that I'm thinking that there's going to be some crossover for me and you guys, and it might be something that's interesting. The other channel is going to have some of that stuff as well. It's going to have some gacha stuff because it'd just be like videos that I might not want to upload to the main channel. We'll just pop over there for whatever reason. And then, like I say, we're going to have like just random content over there as well. We might be talking about a shooter, a new first-person shooter game, a new action game, a new whatever kind of game, you know, that's not necessarily related to the gacha space and that you guys might not be interested in. Yeah, obviously Twitch is Twitch, so we just stream everything to Twitch. But there will be videos going up on that channel. There will be streams, all that stuff. So check it out. And I'll catch you guys a little later. I'll put it in the community tab on the channel as well. So if anybody wants to check it out from there, you're more than welcome to. Thank you very much for the continued support. I love your faces. And thank you very much for the support on the videos as well, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. If I don't see you later, have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Ta-ra.